Ethan,
Everybody else
Ethan,
laughing.
I stand with
I'm
you.
I'm trying to be
No, you
serious.
don't.
I'm
Come on,
sorry.
Did you
stop
just
it.
say, bro, I'm not disabled. Stop the foolishness.
Yeah.
My first initial thought was, who's sleeping with the owner's wife? Come on,
The
man.
I'm
Lakers
giving the
are
example
stepping
that
out.
your supporting cast is dog water. That's what I'm giving.
Okay, Ethan. Okay, so
When it comes to their brother Jalen Brown over there, from
okay.
Jalen.
From Marietta, you understand?
Marietta.
Okay. When you now you care
Now
about
you care
efficiency.
about efficiency.
Oh,
No, don't do
yeah,
that.
you.
Don't,
You,
what did
you and
do?
Trey
What
slurp
about
it.
What did you
The
say about
Kingdom
Trey Young,
Come.
Kyle? But you
All
said I
right.
was on a darkness retreat. I was
Well, you
just
might have been.
You
Speaking
you
of
was on
darkness
no, I
retreats
wasn't.
and
you
hiatuses,
was on the darkness retreat.
we
You
were
probably was
all
smoking that ayahuasca too.
we were all on darkness retreats. Welcome back.
Hey,
It's
hold
been
on,
Not me,
hold on,
brother.
whoa. Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
oh
don't
hey,
I
know
was
about
not
we've
on
that.
no
been
darkness
gone.
hey,
We've
retreat,
been
bro.
gone for
hey,
2 months.
hey.
So
I'm in
uh
the light. You understand what I'm
everybody
saying?
can explain themselves. We got to give a little update as we reintroduce ourselves because the folks have forgot about us. What you've been at and what you've been up to has been 2 months.
It's just ridiculous. All right, so look, man. Somebody been globe trotting around the world. You know what I'm saying? Some of us been globe trotting around the world. Some of us, Nicholas Little Loose was in the darkness, smoking that ayahuasca. He finally had seen the light. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of us have just been here cooling, watching sports, being up.
Yeah,
The last 2 months has been crazy because my kid is in travel
yeah.
basketball, so we've been
Mhm.
dealing with that, traveling around the state of Florida. But
But
we
he a
back, man.
hooper.
I'm excited, huh?
Now I say he a hooper. We got highlights too. We got highlights. Maybe we'll
Hey,
drop
man.
one of
Hey,
that.
hey, man. We can
Hey,
drop a highlight of
from
my
the
I'll
boys.
boys.
put that coast to coast clip in here.
Hey, I'm
You
just saying.
understand? So I'm proud of him. He's putting the work in. He got a little injury right now. He kind of sprained his ankle the last game, but
Oh, day to
um,
day. Okay, all
He
right.
rolled
yeah,
it?
yeah, he wrote it. But
Oh.
no worries. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be all right.
We move.
It's a part of the sport. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my last couple weeks in a nutshell.
All right, Ethan, what you been up to? I mean, it's been. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you speak. Go ahead, man.
Right. I haven't been up to nothing.
You've been in
I
that
just been
darkness retreat for
feeling
sure. Windows closed, door
no,
closed, no light.
no.
Smoke coming
I
from up
was
underneath the door. I don't know what's
y'all
going on.
know y'all know the pollen up here is really bad for those that are in the ATL. In fact, we broke a record. We broke our own record. Like 14,000 something was the pollen count.
Yeah.
And then from there it just kind of went downhill. Um, but
That
we
pollen
back
gets
on
you
the line.
lopsided too?
Yeah.
That can affect your inner ear.
Oh wow. All right, man.
Oh Lord.
Three, two, one.
Are you nuts?
So yeah, but
That's the summary.
I've been chilling, still working, like doing different stuff, trying to still help out where I can and not push my limits where I go and fall over or pass out or something. So, but yeah,
Okay. All right. Uh, Caleb, go ahead, man.
Caleb,
Before I
was
round
something
this
funny?
out. and
No,
then we can.
Is something funny, Caleb?
no.
Dang, Ethan, they just laughing at you. I
I
stand with you. I stand with
you
the
gotta stop it. You
bobbleheads.
gotta.
I ain't even do nothing. What you mean?
That's
No,
wild.
hey, I'm a stand
Caleb,
up individual.
Caleb, go ahead, man. We're not gonna make fun of the. Never mind. All right, okay, go ahead.
Y'all are terrible.
I don't mean to laugh. Hey, listen. Y'all know Caleb laugh is infectious. So he
Okay,
start
Yeah,
laughing.
man. It's,
He make
Ethan,
everybody else laugh.
Ethan, I stand with you.
I'm trying to be
no, you
serious.
don't.
No, I'm standing with you. No,
No, no, you don't.
I'm I'm the one not laughing. Bro, Caleb, what's so funny, bro?
Man, y'all started.
Bro, bro, go ahead, man. Stop making fun of the disabled.
I'm
Come
not
on.
making fun of anybody. I'm
Come on,
sorry.
Did you
stop
just
it.
say, bro, I'm not disabled. Stop the foolishness. Talking about
All right, all
disabled.
right, all right, all right. Come on, come on. Come
Nah,
on,
that was a
Caleb, come on.
crazy sentence.
Yeah.
My
See how he take a little jab talking about I stand with you and then he jab you right in the throat.
That's wild. Yo,
Yo, we're trying to get started and y'all are
nah,
already
you
off to
bro. I'm not
foolishness.
saying nothing
my
else. Go ahead,
stomach
Caleb.
hurt already. Oh my gosh. Um man, I haven't been up to anything, just work and school and school and work. Um that's pretty much
Sounds like you've
All
been on the field. Sorry, go ahead.
it.
We're gonna
you
skip that
you
and then we're
can't
gonna move
put
to the
that in
next thing.
there.
Nah, leave it right
You
there. No,
can't
leave it
put
right
that
there
in there.
because
Oh
that's
my god.
foolishness.
Caleb,
I've
give the
been
man what is his and give the man what is owed. Okay. All right.
that
Go
that
ahead,
that
Kyle.
has some undertones I don't like. All right,
Oh my gosh.
I've been again same thing watching sports. I traveled across the world. What was that like at this point? What 3 weeks ago? And went to South
Yeah.
Korea with my sister. An amazing journey. If you ever get a chance, I suggest you go. Just go explore culture outside the U.S. That's all I can say. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was amazing. I might put some pictures, send some pictures, Ethan, to you or something just to pop around, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I've been up to. But hey, we're back. A lot of news. We're coming up. NBA playoffs are coming up. NFL draft is next week, week after next.
A week
No,
and a
it's three.
half.
It's like
Week and a
two or three
half.
weeks away.
It's a
Okay.
20 to 24th.
The
Yeah.
24th.
Oh, Thursday. That's right. It's a Thursday.
Like 2 weeks.
Um, yeah, so NFL draft coming up. A lot of headlines in the NFL, but obviously we're going to start with the NBA. The playoff pushes that are coming as we end the regular season. And today, at about I don't know, 12:30 p.m., the Denver Nuggets fired Michael Malone. He was there for 10
You
years,
better
and
call him Michael. His mama call him
yeah,
Michael. I'm gonna call him Michael.
Michael. They fire Mike Malone as well as their GM Calvin Booth today, and what the duo firing, dual fire, whatever you want to call it, and what a lot of people are calling one of the most shocking, uh, what they call it, like mid-season firing. It's not mid-season, end of the
That's
Yeah,
season
late.
it's
firings
it's the end of the season.
in the history of the league, considering that the Nuggets currently sit in the 4 seed. Of course, they can fall as far as nine on any given day, but they're in the 4 seed, okay, and a very as strong Western Conference as we've ever seen. So again, we'll go real quick, just rapid fire initial thoughts, and then we can kind of dive to second and third layers when we come back around. But when you saw that news, what were your first thoughts? I mean, I was kind of like
I
Central.
mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, when that thing came in the chat, actually, it was funny because I was driving, I was in the car, and I was listening to Sports Talk Radio, and they did the music. Dun, 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 dun.
Hmm.
Breaking news, Mike Brown. And then as soon as I was about to put it in the chat, Ethan was already, our news reporter,
Bro,
Ethan.
I got that Shams Twitter post. I was like,
It
what?
was already in the chat, and I was like, "Oh man!"
Yeah.
My first initial thought was, "Who's sleeping with the owner's wife? Which one of them? I don't know." That was my first initial thought. I said, "Cause ain't no way, man. Like literally, playing series starts next week. There's 4 games. I think they have 5 games left in the season.
Yep.
And it's not like I would understand it if like they had a terrible season, they're out of the playoffs, and the owner said, you know what, I've seen enough. That's it. Like y'all right in the middle of the hunt. Y'all have one of your star players is injured, and it's like you should be rallying together and not kind of falling apart. I believe that this obviously had to have the blessing of Jokic, their star player. Um, Maybe listen, Mike Malone is a fiery guy. Oh, let me start. Excuse me. I'll have to say Michael because he prefers Michael. His mama call him Michael. I'm gonna call him Michael. Michael Malone. He's a fiery guy. He's an in-your-face guy. He's one of those old school throwback guys. He's gonna be in your face. He's gonna talk about you in the media if you're not playing well. He sends messages to the team through the media, and nowadays these young boys, man, they sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So you go through the media and say something, these boys get real sensitive. But I think that it's from an organizational standpoint, even if this is what the players wanted, I don't know that I do this right now. Maybe I wait till the end of the season. Not end of the season, but after the playoffs and everything, after when their season's over, and then you make your decisions at that point. I don't know how you rally and organize a team, because when you get into the playoffs, see the difference between the playoffs and regular season is not only like the heightened awareness and the heightened competition, but also you have to see these guys, for 7 games wherever you're playing. So there's tendencies, there's a lot of things that I think that coaching is very important during the playoffs, right? During the regular season, you might have 5 games and 4 nights, and you're just like y'all just getting through. You don't have much practice time, so guys are just hooping whatever. But you don't really get to put in a game plan. But when the playoff come around, the game plan is important. Tendencies and what the other team's trying to do is important, and I think that's where coaching comes in. Now, they got a pretty good assistant coach that's coming in that's going to take over, but I still don't know not mid-season, but like going into the playoffs, how that's going to work. But I'm still waiting for the bomb to drop. Somebody was sleeping with somebody. Something had to go wrong. This is not normal. You know what I'm saying? This
And
isn't
if
something that we ever see in the NBA at
and
this
this
point.
Oh yeah, and I was gonna say to add that before Ethan a few points. So they were 7-3 going into the All-Star break. They are 11-13 after the All-Star break on a 4-game losing streak, if that means anything to you. Apparently, again, this is loose reporting and just kind of like people grasping for what was the reason. Some people around the organization and players felt as if they did not have the same treatment as Jokic and Jamal Murray, and then some of the front office felt as if he was not playing the younger guys that they drafted the past 2 seasons or season 1 to 3 seasons, I guess. We're not giving them run like they wanted to, like, hey, play the guys that we drafted. So take that with
Um,
a grain of salt at this point because it's still so fresh. But just some of the early reasons as to potential rifts
just,
between,
just just
yeah,
let me say this real quick, and then we pass it on to Ethan. Like that's to me if that's even remotely close. Of course, the
yeah.
star player gets special treatment. Like that's come on, man. Like everybody know LeBron James. The team don't, the plane don't leave till LeBron James get there. You better have his cookies hot. You know what I'm saying? Like they get special treatment. That's just the reality of the situation. Like, what I'm saying? His guys, that's one of the reasons why he left Miami, because Pat Riley wouldn't let his guys fly on the plane and all that. Like star players get special treatment. That's number one. Number two, it is the coach's job to play who he wants to play. Um, and apparently him and the GM didn't get along, and they was fighting and scrapping all the time, unless they got into like some type of physical altercation. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been at a job where, listen, 2 dudes get fighting. Guess what? Even though some dude punched me first and I'm finna scrap, both of y'all fired. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Unless I don't know. I'm really waiting to see like what really happened. But if that's the case, like that's not a I think people are just making stuff up. That's not a reason why you would can him at this time of the season. Like star players get special treatment.
Go ahead, Ethan.
I mean, he kind of said it all. I would add that even if that people are saying that that is the reason, they're obviously lying because Brown, whatever you want to say, Christian Brown, whatever his name is, that man was playing as a rookie, okay, and in the finals, okay.
And now he's in the starting
This
lineup.
Watson kid, he's young too. He's playing him as well. The kid that they drafted, that blue, what did he do? Tear his Achilles or something like he did something. And he was supposed to be like a good addition to them. Obviously, he's hurt, but he's going as deep as he can to play people because this roster is constructed like garbage. Like I don't know what else to say. Um, Calvin Booth, he should have been fired like 2 years ago, maybe. Yes, 2 years ago. I
Two
think two
years
years ago
ago,
he
they
was
won the
fired.
championship.
I don't
What you
care.
mean?
He let so many people go that offseason. It was ridiculous, and he didn't want to pay. He was being
But
cheap.
but 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 that happens. That happens to every championship team. Every
Okay, even if
championship
you don't want
team
to say that,
loses
last
pieces
year
after
I'm
they win the
firing.
championship. Everybody want their money.
Well, the Celtics, I can't say the same. Last year, listen
No,
here.
but they were because they was already in long term contracts. That's different.
This is what I'm
They're in a
saying.
different
So,
situation.
well, no, but they signed Drew.
Well,
They
hey,
signed Derek.
let's keep it to Denver. Let's
Okay,
keep it to
my
Denver.
bad.
We ain't
Anyways,
talking about no
so
Celtics.
what I'm saying is, you signed Jamal Murray to that terrible contract. I don't care what anybody says. There's a reason why. So you could say 2022 or not 2020 because he played in 2020. So 2021 to 23, when he was hurt, he was injured. I mean, Jokic and them, they were first round exits, or I don't even know if he made it to the second round then, or whatever it is, right? Jamal Murray's availability has kind of always been a question mark, like whether, especially going into the playoffs, whether he'll be healthy or not. It just so happened that the 2023 year, which he was healthy, they won. Yes. Last year, he wasn't
So
particularly healthy
so then how can you say that that's a bad deal?
because he's
because that
all.
was after
You
last
have
year.
to look at his
It's not like he
history,
signed it after
his
they won the
injury history.
championship. Last year, you signed that. And what I'm getting at is, me
Yeah, because
personally,
you're a year removed from winning the championship. You don't win a championship without Jamal Murray.
You have to look at the history.
I understand that, but
You have to look at the
what I'm
history.
saying is that
That's
the signing
I
happened
agree. I don't
last
know
year,
about
and
you.
that we also know that his injury history is questionable. So even right now, like this is right now is a perfect example. Before
So
Malone,
okay,
Michael got fired.
so what would be your plan? Your plan would be get not sign Jamal Murray, have
Well,
him leave, and then what's
My
the plan after that?
So
well,
that's
wait,
kind of
no,
the
before you
my
go into
thing
that,
is
Ethan, just give me your reactions because again, I want to get Kelly's reaction and then mine, and then I'll let you come back around and
All
well,
talk
right,
my
about it.
go ahead.
reaction was Unk's reaction. It was kind of like there's no way you're firing this man. Like if anything, you should have fired the G. Like the position that he's in right now with this terribly constructed roster is because of your GM. So I can't see how you're gonna fire him. He's doing the best that he can with Jokic, doing the best that he can. Right now they're the fourth seed. I mean, I don't understand how it's kind of like the situation with the Grizzlies coach, and we'll get into that, but I don't know how else, you know, what
Yeah.
else you can do
All
with
right.
that.
What about you, K?
Um, I mean, my reaction was I was shocked. I don't really agree with the firing. The GM of the team is a separate matter because, like Ethan said, the roster construction is it's not the best. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. But I don't think. I think if they did fire him, they should have fired him after the playoffs. To me, if they were going to do it, it's kind of weird just the whole timing of it.
Yeah.
And like what Unc said,
We have 3 games
it
left.
has to be some other like something else had to have happened because you never see this like ever. I don't remember a
Yeah.
time in NBA history in like recent memory since I've been watching basketball and like consistently paying attention to basketball. I've never seen this ever. So um
Yeah.
to see this is just like, well, I hope he didn't kill nobody. I hope, I hope he didn't, I hope he didn't sleep with nobody girlfriend, nobody wife, or. So, because people,
Well, Mike Malone is a married Christian man, bro. I hope not. You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
So listen, many people have
That's the
done,
same thing they said. That's the same thing they said about Ime.
many people have
Well,
done evil things in the name of God. So that don't
you
mean
know,
nothing.
and the GM looked like Squidward. But anyway, I was gonna say yeah. So I was
Hey
just
man, that money talks, big fella.
oh for sure. shocked as well, to the point that Ethan said, and I put it in the chat. I'm like, well, if anything, I would have fired the GM 2 years ago. Although he only been there for 3 years, but I would have fired him because he showed you early on, like, hey, bro, like
That's what I'm
and
saying.
they're
You're
like
making
again,
you made
like
bad decision after bad decision after bad
right.
and they're
decision. You did
And
not
again,
make any
like
good decisions.
I get what you're saying with losing pieces to the point of like just his track record and stuff. Like after a championship run, like guys will get their money.
he didn't even
But then you make moves to kind of compound, your losses that you have, which I think
he didn't
we
make
didn't have
any
this
moves.
podcast, but we
He
talked
didn't
about
make
like,
absolutely
man,
no
like what
moves.
is Denver doing? Like they had MPJ trade bait that you could potentially move to get garner talent or younger talent, however you want to move in whatever direction, right? Brown, whatever you want to say, is a guy who they drafted, gemmed, you found, congratulations, you know what I'm saying? But from there, what do we do? And again, the days of saying like a small market team can't make a play for a big name, I don't think again, there are some teams that will never get a big name, but for the most part, right? Like there are teams you can make moves to get
But you
big names
can't,
to
bro. You can't do that in this NBA. They already have two-star players, bro. Like you
That's
no,
can't get
no,
a
that.
third.
no,
That
You
was
can't
I'm saying
get a
CBA.
third
before,
player.
We're talking
no, I'm
about
saying
before CBA.
before
This
Listen,
was before the
they made
CBA.
the
Jamal Murray.
CBA that new
So
second apron came out last
no,
year, so that's
right,
the second year into his
right, right.
job status. Like that's the second year in.
So, so, but as far as today goes, and again, I've seen a lot of conflicting reports as to like GM got fired because he was trying to move on from Mike Malone. Then they're like, GM, you're out of here. Then I've seen some that they've made the decision to fire Mike Malone about a week ago, they say. And I don't know why today of all days was the day to do it, but again, just really weird. 3 games left in the regular season, and you go into the playoffs with an interim coach. Um, it's like to Caleb's point, I don't think we've ever seen this. Again, Unc, you can speak to before we've been like, I don't know if that ever happened back then, but I don't think something like this with a team that highly seated,
Yeah,
we've
that's
seen this.
never
Like
happened.
I don't think we've ever
what
seen
I'm
that.
what
So
I'm getting at here with the
Yeah.
GM is what I like right now, what I feel like we're witnessing, and yes, they won in 23, but what I feel like we're witnessing right now is yeah, we all know who Jokic is. We all know he's great. We all know he's best player in the world in a lot of people's eyes, right? Or whatever it is, right? I feel like what we're
And
doing
people,
is,
everybody has.
well,
Go
I
ahead.
should hope in everybody's eyes, but like this season in particular, right? This season was even better than his last season, right? Every game he's having some crazy style line, breaking it, whatever it is. I feel like how he constructed this thing is wasting the talent that we're seeing right now out of this player. So like, and not putting pieces around him to like extend their playoff hopes or whatever it is. It's almost like to me it's almost like and Miami had more, but you knew Jimmy was going to perform every single year. He had the contract, he was making the 50 whatever it was, right? And then Bam is making whatever, and then Tyler Hero's out all the time. So it's like you're stuck with these two people, and that's not to say that Bam is well, I'm not going to compare him to Jamal Murray or anything, but it's not to say that he's not of value, but you're stuck with somebody, your star, your main star, that is producing night in and night out, and you have absolutely nobody around, or I'm not gonna say absolutely nobody, but multiple pieces aside to that star. That's why I don't agree with the Jamal Murray contract. I feel like it's a
It was an overpay,
it's like
in
it
my
doesn't make,
opinion.
and I understand that and we talked about this when football season was about like it's the market and you have to give to somebody, like it just can't sit there. I I don't view Jamal Murray as that just I don't know that guy. I just don't. I
Well,
don't.
But it
I
doesn't
like
matter about. It doesn't say. Okay, here's the thing, man.
I'm talking
So
about for
so
their
listen.
best chances
I'm
at
not.
winning
But
from the GM
okay.
perspective.
But my thing is like I'm not gonna pretend like I follow every single move that this guy has done, and I'm not gonna pretend like I've done that. I look at the roster that is constructed the way it is when I look at um as as it is constructed now. You got the best player in the world, Jokic. You got a a all-star point guard. Yes, he has
He's not an
injury
all-star.
history,
He hasn't been an all-star in his career.
or
I'm
or
just saying.
or
all
or
star level,
or
okay, The man has
All
had
star
60
level.
point games.
We know what
That-
Jamal Murray
okay.
represents. Stop. Let's stop the foolishness. Right there isn't there
I don't
isn't
know what he
there isn't
means.
there isn't a ton of people that can score 60 points in the NBA game. So let's stop with the like. Oh, I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows what he is. The reason why he isn't a superstar or he doesn't have these all the accolades and all stars and all that is because number one, the position he plays, and then number two, the conference he's in, and number three, his injury history. Right. First of all, when we talk about all stars, right? Every year, Western Conference, Steph Curry's a shoe in, whether he injured, hurt, or what. So that's a spot going right there. Every single year, you have all these guards trying to get into one spot, right? Yeah, you look at the West. You got SGA. You got for a long time. Russell
Dame,
Westbrook was getting on. We
Russ.
got getting on a spot for a long time. Dame was on the West. So it's like everybody is fighting for this one spot because one spot is already reserved. So let's not pretend as if we don't know what Jamal Murray is. All right. Jamal Murray gets buckets. You understand? So the fact that it doesn't matter how you feel, it's how the NBA feels about who this guy is, right? And any team in the NBA will do whatever they have to do to get Jamal Murray on this team. Now, his
Any team?
availability, any team. I mean, obviously, when we talk about SGA and with some of the top guys, but
No, I'm not
after
comparing
that,
him to other top
but I'm saying
things.
after that top tier, like Anthony Edwards, Luca, SGA, after those top 5-6 guys,
He's like
everybody would want
he's an upper
Jamal
tier
Murray.
guard for sure.
Come on, man. And so my thing is that as far as the roster construction, you're saying you making it seem like this team is a bum, and then like bro, they got shooters all
Well,
Who was
I
on that
see.
team? No, stop, stop,
Listen,
stop. I watched the
listen.
Nuggets on a
You
night in and
find a
night
brim.
out Bayless.
You
Who?
find you found a gem in Christian Brown, right? You got the best player in the world. You got Jamal Murray. You got
MPJ.
Aaron Gordon, who's
Jamal's
a
barely been.
great okay. We already discussed the fact that he's not there all the time, but that
No,
doesn't
but
say that
you're
he's
gonna name
not.
Aaron Gordon as well. Aaron Gordon's been out for a lot of the season with the calf injury. Like it's
We're
been like
talking about
every.
listen, Ethan. We're talking about the 3 years that this guy has been there. We're not just talking about this season. We're talking about the 3 year period that this GM has been on the team, right? We're not talking about what he done this season or the just the roster this season. We're
I
talking
thought you
about
said this season how it is. Okay.
he built a roster that won the title,
No, he
the first
didn't.
And
title,
then
and
destroyed
The
it.
guy,
He
no,
didn't build that though.
The
He
GM
didn't build that.
the
he
GM
didn't he
who's
didn't he
on the
didn't build it, but he
Timberwolves
was.
built that roster. No, he
Yeah,
did
yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah. No. I'm not. No, he didn't build it, but I'm saying he was the general manager when they won the title. So obviously, he's gonna get some of those. He's gonna get some of the adulation that comes along with being a championship general manager, right? So I don't want to defend the guy because I'm not gonna say the guy I follow everything, but with the way you're making it seem as though like this team is just trash and he put together some trash team.
It,
First of
it
all,
is.
the Western Conference is
It's loaded.
a hellacious
It's
conference,
loaded.
and you got a team that's good enough to be fourth in the Western Conference. Quit with the this
Because you so
roster is
happen to
trash.
have the best player in the world. Yes, this Washington's trash. You just so happen to have the best player in the world that lost to the Wizards,
So
might I add, that dropped 60 and still lost with that constructed roster that you just gave me
so
twice. So like
okay.
I can't. I'm not gonna get
Are you talking
behind
about
the.
2 games out of 82?
Uh,
What are you talking about? Two
Okay,
games
but
out of
it's
it.
the
82?
Wizards
Any
Okay,
though.
team,
we can.
It's
No,
the
no,
any
no.
Wizards
Let me
though,
finish. Let me
bro,
finish. I
It's the
got you. I
Wizards
got
though.
you.
bro,
Let me
bro.
That's
finish.
Any
insane.
We're gonna.
team can beat
I can
any
give you
team in the
more.
NBA.
I can give you more
What are we
examples.
talking
I can
about?
give you more examples. You even coming into the postseason this season, right? You lost six straight or whatever it is to the T Wolves. They haven't beat the T Wolves since last year. 6 and 7, obviously to the extent that. Um, I already brought up the Wizards. They dropped bad games to the Jazz. They dropped games to teams that they shouldn't. To the Warriors, you lost to the Warriors. And what I'm saying is, even with this team there, like
So that don't
everybody
have anything
there.
to do with. So that don't have anything to do with injuries or the
No, but
4 games
this is
and
what.
5
No,
nights,
this
and
is. Can
that
I
don't have
please?
anything to
Can
do
I
with
please
that.
get?
That's the roster construction. All of that has to do with roster construction.
Can I please get to it? What I'm saying is some of those nights everybody was there, and other nights they weren't. What I'm trying to say is there's
Like
for
I
no
said, once
reason why you
again,
have
just because everybody was there, you don't know what they're doing. These guys have, like I said, 4 games and 5 nights. So if that's the fourth game and the fifth night, it don't matter whoever is there. They just played 4 games in 5 nights, bro, with travel mixed in. Anybody can beat anybody in the NBA. You can't go,
you,
I don't care what you say. You can't go one by one down the line and say, oh, look how bad this team is, and look what the teams that they lost to, and they fourth in the West. Regardless of all of the losses that you're saying, they're still fourth in the West.
So
because
yeah,
of one player.
so I'm gonna say this, right? So
So he scored
Like
all
you're
the
not gonna look
points.
at you.
So
You're
so
not gonna
so
look
so
at
so
me. You're
so
not going to
so
look
so
at me and tell
so
me that that team
so
is
so
presently
the Denver
constructed is
numbers
good. You're not going to
so
tell
the
me that.
well,
Denver
hey,
Nuggets
before
average 108 points a game. You're telling me Nikola Jokic scored 108. That's what you're saying? So stop with the foolishness,
Nikola
man.
Jokic, when Nikola Jokic come off that,
so
why does he have the most minutes in the NBA this season? What the heck?
What
Oh,
you got
sorry.
going on?
I don't know what my bad. I don't know what that was.
What
bro,
you?
I
what?
all I did was this.
Boy, look at
Why does
this
he?
big make
What I'm
happen,
trying to
man.
say is, why does Nikola Jokic have the
This
most
nigga went
minutes per
into a
game
full
this
tranche
season?
just now, bro. I
When that
can't even take
man
you serious, big brother.
when that man hits the bench,
Aren't you
that
mentioning
team
this? The
looks like
music.
a complete dump. That's what that team looks like when he
Wait,
hits the
hey,
bench.
hold on,
So
before you.
so
Oh,
don't
okay,
tell me that this team, this team, because this team is why they're in the foot. No, it's because of Nikola Jokic. When that man is out, this team is putrid.
okay.
We're not even
So
talking
hey,
14.
before
We're
no,
talking
Okay,
wait, hold
12,
on, wait, wait,
last
wait,
thing
because
before I let you go, Kyle,
I'm
and
gonna
then I'll
close
let
this
you
out. No, I'm gonna
and
close
I'll
it
let
out
you
because
jump in.
y'all. I let
One
y'all
last
talk.
thing. Okay, so really quick, he makes it seem like it's so easy to build an NBA roster. Like, oh, just go get pieces and just put it together.
I didn't
Like,
say it was easy.
bro,
I just said that this is trash.
you have contracts. You have that second apron. All type. Half the people don't even understand that's in the NBA. Don't understand what the hell the second apron is. Okay, that's how complicated it is. Okay,
It's
so I'm
Yeah,
basically a
just
whatever
hard.
saying.
rule they
It's basically a
pass.
hard cap.
It's
Pretty much. That's what it is.
the my thing is that the general manager and the head coach have to be in sync with the way the roster is constructed and the way that they want to play. And if you have a general manager and a coach that is at odds all the time, that's never going to work. So it's not just the players on the court, it's the coaching off the court, it's the front office, it's all of those things. I just don't like the fact that you're putting it all on the general manager. Like Mike Malone is absolved of how they win and lose games. That's all I'm
So,
saying.
so to the
I
point
didn't
of
say
that,
that he was
Ethan.
absolved, but a lot of blame I'm putting on the GM because you
You're putting it
destroyed
all
a
on the
team.
roster.
You destroyed a roster that was perfectly constructed
I
before
don't know
you got
about
there. And
destroyed.
when you,
How
I
did he
Ethan,
don't know
hey,
about
destroy
wait,
it?
hold,
destroyed.
okay, hey, because I think we're gonna
all right,
continue this
How
conversation
he
way longer
destroy
than we
it?
need to. So yeah, Ethan, I think the word
there's a reason
destroy
why. There's a reason
is
why. Hold on.
no,
This is the last thing I'm gonna say.
Ethan,
There's a
just let it
reason
be, let
today
it
why
be.
y'all do not believe the Nuggets, even though this was only 2 years ago when they made it to the finals and everybody had them as favorites and stuff like that. There's a reason why today why people don't believe in them at all, probably to even make it out of the first round. Go ahead, take
Because the
off.
West is
Okay,
more
now
loaded.
with that being said, right? Okay, so really quick to the point, 'cause I was just picking up just writing down notes as everybody said something. So, to y'all's point about Jamal Murray's injury history. So to this point, him and Jokic have played the same. Oh, actually, Jokic has played two more games than him this season, so he's been, by his standards, relatively healthy as he hasn't played more than 75 games since his second season in the league. So, by his standards this season, he's been relatively healthy. To Jamal Murray's point, because I don't like, again, slander or not. I mean, let's just, I like numbers. So, and then the second point, I guess to the roster construction slash. Well, Ethan, let's just say what you're saying. So, Jokic is a part of the team. Like, whether I understand what you're saying about construction of a team and what the team does when he's off the floor. And I mean, different teams have different inefficiencies when their best player is off the floor. I mean, I think you can say that about any team. Now, to what extent? I mean, we can argue about that back and forth, but Jokic being a part of
We
that
don't know
team.
what OKC look like without SGA because he play every game. But you take SGA off the team, and what they
Yeah.
looking like?
So I would just say to like the point, like whatever they're doing, I mean, it's gotten to the fourth seed in a juggernaut of a Western Conference to the extent of which people are saying. So Ethan, I know you're like that, but again, this is a fact that we can't deny. You know what I mean? So let's just
And
say they
I
win
just
this.
He
labeled
trying
a
to make it
fact. I
sound like
just labeled a
Jamal
fact
Murray's a
that you
bum,
cannot
bro.
deny.
Come on, man.
No,
When that
Ethan,
man is
Come on,
not
man. I can't
there,
even take you serious, man.
Ethan, I understand, but I'm saying the stat or the standard that we go by to constitute how good a team is standings in the regular season, right? Like that's what we go by. Now, how they get there, again, Ethan, I'm not gonna argue. Like you and I can go, I'm not gonna argue with you because they the fourth seed. Like I don't like what you want me to say. Like they the fourth seed. I don't know. So I'm just
In
to
the
my
Western
point.
Conference, not in the
Yeah,
Eastern Conference, where you could be the fourth seed and have a losing record. We're talking about
yeah.
the West, where
Like
from
Ethan,
top to bottom, they
yeah.
separated by 2 games.
Yeah,
Like, come
Ethan,
on,
like
man.
again, I get the point. Like, if you want to talk with like a hard nose, like Denver fan, like, hey, like our team is not built for the future. Like, okay, well, we can have a conversation, or you want to take a load off of Jokic and what he does. Okay, hey, like, cool, we can argue with that, right? But to say
Yeah,
like
that's a
the
different. That's a
team,
different.
yeah, to say the team's like not good or like the team's trash that I'm on the court is very like minute and goes to a specific point. That's 5 minutes in a game, or what 20 minutes in a game that he's not playing. You know what I mean? It's very minute, and it's like.
Listen, at the end of the day,
So
is if Ethan don't like you, you're trash. It don't have nothing like, oh, or you're a fraud. Like, bruh,
so
just because you don't like somebody, don't mean they can't hoop, bruh. Like,
and then
that's the end
to
of
the
the day.
point where
I never said he
KK,
can't
you
hoop.
guys
The man is oh y'all got it.
No, the
I
man
no,
almost
it'll
averaged
prove
40
true.
in a
It'll
playoff
prove true.
series, man. Come on,
It'll
man.
prove.
Stop it.
And what happened? I don't
What are we
care. Don't
talking
talk to me
about?
about
right.
that.
Well, okay, and then
What?
the
We're
one last
talking
thing I
about
want to
just the
say to
player.
the
You're talking
point.
about wins and losses. I'm talking about the player. Can he hoop or
Re-
can he not hoop?
Hey, real
Oh
quick,
my
and listen,
gosh.
I know that they're gonna say this, and I guess and I think the big pundits like they're just hot take water cooler guys. You say some hot take, if it hit, oh, well, guess what I said, and if it don't hit, we don't talk about it no more. Again, like the Denver losing to the Wizards, like I don't think me and you, anybody on this show here would say, well, if they play in the 7 game series, the Wizards winning four games, let alone one or two. You know what I'm saying? So like that whole 1 game sample size thing over an 82 game season, I hate because again, I don't watch ESPN, but it was
He
all
gonna
over my
say, "Oh,
page
they lost to
when
him twice
when the
in the
Lakers beat the
season."
Thunder.
Come on,
The
man.
I'm
Lakers
giving the
are
example
7
that
out.
your supporting cast is dog water. That's what I'm giving.
Okay, Ethan. Okay, so again, I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm saying the
You don't
team
got to.
itself,
My mind is not
the
changing. I hear what
team,
y'all got to say, but my
We're
mind's
right?
not
not
trying to
changing on it.
make you. We're not trying to change your mind. We
Yeah, I'm not.
understand your mind is made up. We
Yeah.
understand that turban is wrapped tight. We're not trying to change your
So,
mind.
yes. So
I'm just
again,
making
I
my
think
points.
so. Really quick, just really quick rundown, Coach. Do you think the GM should have been fired?
Mm-hmm.
Without question.
Okay. Do y'all feel
Well,
Mike Malone should have been dismissed? Yes or no?
Absolutely
well.
not. Mike
I don't
Malone would
think
not be
either.
fired
I
if
don't.
the GM did his
I
job
well,
properly.
I say
I don't.
I say the GM should. They should give him 1 or 2 more seasons, and then see. Give him 4 or 5 year
But
sample size, and then because at that point it's fair. To me, that's fair. So
Yeah, I mean,
I,
I'm
I
a
agree with
strong
that. I mean,
believer. I'm a strong believer in this, and that goes to football, basketball. General manager and coaches should all get 4 to 5 years. That's a good enough sample size for me to say if you're any good or if you're not. Right. So this is still early. We don't know what happened. There might be a backstory where somebody ran over somebody or something. We don't know. But
well, on a second.
no. I'm saying barn
No,
like
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
like serious, just like off the surface of what we're
Mm,
talking about.
right,
I don't think either of them should have been fired at this point in the season. Just
right.
wait until the end of the season. I don't think that they're going to go deep into the playoffs. I think they can win 1 or 2 series. I don't think they're going to go like to the conference finals or finals, and then after that, you reevaluate your team.
yeah.
100%. I feel that. Next topic, and again, we're just talking because again, ESPN won't talk about him unless they're trashing him for whatever reason. Because I don't think the Thunder has come up very much with them being the 1 seed the entire season. But let them lose to the Lakers, and the Lakers are winning the championship. I can't stand that type of whatever you want to call that journalism of the first take. Bro, I hate
Hot
it. So.
takes.
Let's talk about the OKC Thunder. They've already locked up the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. They are on a 2 game losing streak, lost to Houston the night before last, or 2 nights ago, and then lost to the Lakers as well. Do you and I bring this up, Ethan. Ethan, this topic is really for you specifically because of what I saw in your story when they lost to the Lakers. I was like, oh yeah, we got to talk about this. But again, I'm not here to argue with nobody. Do you believe in
Listen, I'm here.
let's
Listen,
no
I want all the smoke. No, let
well
Ethan go first. Let him
okay,
make his
Ethan,
case, and then we'll go from there.
let's talk about OKC, and I'm just gonna give you the tale of 1,000 years. Are they pretenders? What they say? What's the thing they say? Are they?
Are they contenders or
Oh yeah, that's right.
pretenders?
Are they
Pretenders or
contenders?
contenders?
Okay, let me take all this out. All right, Ethan, are the Oklahoma City Thunder contenders or pretenders?
They're contenders.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. Go about your point. And just talk in light of the last 2 games, where ESPN is saying that they're hot
If you
dog
look
water
at
and garbage. And
my thing for contenders is I think that they could make it to the conference finals. I think that that's where I draw the line for where contenders are. So like the T
okay,
Wolves,
That's not what
no,
I'm
oh
that's what
no,
I'm
no,
that's
go
what
ahead,
I'm
go
How
ahead.
saying.
can
So
No,
like
go
the
how
ahead.
T
can
Wait. Oh
hold on,
no,
but
no. Let him finish.
no,
Let him
but your
finish.
whole
No,
no,
no.
let him
Let him
ask,
finish.
but I just want to clarify so that he
Kyle,
knows.
his whole premise would be flawed if your idea of contendership is only the or only the
West.
conference
Yeah, it
championship.
has to be
Literally,
finals.
the
It's
the
finals.
fact of the contender, which means you can win the title, is the championship. Like if you don't think they
Okay,
can get the
so
finals,
do I
then
need
then
to
you believe
explain
they're
it?
pretenders.
Do I need to explain it as like these are the teams that I think that are going to make it to the Western
Go
Conference
ahead,
Finals?
go
Is
ahead,
that what I need
go
to
ahead.
say it
Make your
as?
point.
Like I just think that like they have the potential to make it that far. Like I don't I feel like that's not my pick to go to the finals, and we'll get into that later. But I do think that they can make it to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
So I mean, if you make it that far, you are. I guess you'd be considered
I
contenders.
think
I
I
don't.
classify
I
that as a
quite
I
contender.
literally
don't.
don't think so. I quite literally don't think like,
Well,
bro,
if
like
you
it's
make it
literally in
that
the
far,
name.
if you make that far, you're obviously one of the best teams in the league, making you a
Hey,
contender.
Caleb, if you don't think that the team can win a title, how are they a contender?
Kyle,
Yeah.
because
Like if
So
you don't
just
think like you, I'm talking
so
about
let me
just
like
get
by
this
personally,
straight.
like
process
if you
So
don't
by
personally,
process of elimination, Kyle,
so can I
literally.
get this straight? So can I get this straight? So only
What
I
do
It's
you
should be
mean by
picking.
process of
So there's only
elimination?
one contender in
so
each conference, is what I'm hearing.
well,
okay,
no,
I don't know
no,
how you
I'm
just
not.
jumped.
Yes.
I don't know how you just jumped
No,
like
there.
that's cascade
Listen. No,
to
no.
that conclusion.
There's
There's
there's gonna
multiple
That you
there
contenders in
should
just
both
be
said that it's
conferences.
only one team that can make it
there
to the
should be
finals. That's what you
there
just said
should
as a
be
No, I
in
I
the
did.
NBA
I'm saying
there should be in my opinion should be
But
four
that's what
Caleb,
I'm
you
contenders.
not
The
just say
two,
saying.
that?
That's what I just said by process of elimination.
That's what
If
I
you make
just
it to the
said. I
conference
just
finals,
said
you're
that.
a
but
contender.
that's not
To me,
no. But
no,
if you say
no.
no, if you're saying
If your
you're
ceiling is the
oh
that's
no,
what I'm
conference
saying. You're
no,
saying
I'm
championship,
not
they'll
saying.
get there, but
then
they won't get
Okay, no,
past.
that's not what
yeah,
I'm
like
saying.
Ethan, you believe
That's
their
not what I'm
ceiling is the
saying.
conference
I'm saying if
championship.
they make it
Well
there,
then let me
yeah.
reword
Yeah,
it. That's how I would say it. But like that's basically the whole thing where Kyle just said one team. That didn't make no sense to me. I'm like, what do you mean
yeah.
one
We're gonna
team
have to
is a
run that back.
contender? That makes
If
no
I said
sense.
that, that's not what I meant. I'm saying they can be multiple
That's what you
contenders.
said.
Okay,
Okay,
and that's
so
not
yeah,
what I
so
meant.
I
I'm saying there can
classify
be
them.
multiple contenders
Yes,
I
in
think
so
both
the
that's
two
they're
conferences.
teams.
one.
Listen,
Yes.
I think there are four contenders in the NBA. The two teams that we think are going to make to the both respective conference finals, and then that those are the four contenders because either of those four teams can go to the championship and win. That's my opinion. So if you say that if they're contenders, but you don't think they will make it to the finals, then to me that's a
Is that
flawed
not fair to
premise
say?
because not in my opinion, but I could be
I
wrong.
feel
Hey,
I feel like
let's ask the people. Put it in the
it's
chat if you think what is a contender to you? Is it somebody that only has a ceiling of a conference championship, or is it someone that you feel that can actually go to the finals and win?
Yeah, I got to see you in the finals and holding up. Like I can see that. Like me personally, like okay, and well, I'm gonna keep that for the end
no,
as
just to
rapid
ask
fire.
everybody else what they think, and then
No,
we
no,
go.
no. Yeah, I was gonna give a specific example about a specific team, but Ethan, so
Oh,
you said they are contenders. Um, although you feel like their ceiling is the conference, like Western Conference Finals. Like you can't see them in the finals.
I what I've been watching as of late, with these teams, it's just every and y'all know how close it is. I know that they won it for they like 14 games up, whatever it is. I just think that with these additions to these other Western Conference teams, and we didn't see that last year. I'm just very curious to see what happens this year in the Western Conference in terms of who makes it because I don't know who y'all have the two team. I don't even know if you
I
could
don't
pick two
know.
teams if I be other than the Thunder. I mean, who else is going to get there? There's so many that you could pick, right? So like,
I don't
I,
know.
I
I feel
bro,
like
I
we'll
like
see.
you could
Yeah,
legitimately like people might not be high on the Rockets, but in my
That's a
opinion,
dark
you
horse
could
pick
pick
for
the
me.
Rockets. The Rockets can make anybody think. You could pick the Clippers, okay, because Kawhi has been healthy as of late, and has been.
yeah, I'm
I'm just
not.
saying, if he stays healthy,
Now you're
and
pushing your luck.
Zubac,
All
Kyle,
right, Skip Bayless.
aren't you high on him?
Hey,
On
Anyway,
listen,
who? On
on
who?
Zubac,
if was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Zubac.
I don't want to hear nothing about no if he stay
Zubac.
healthy. Come on,
Zubac
man.
is an underrated big man, but what does he have to do with a finals run? What are you talking about?
He
I'm
thinks Zubac
listen.
gonna
All
come
I'm
in here and
saying
drop
is
a
that
30-point
The
triple
boy
double.
just name drop Zubac. Like what?
30,
Okay,
20, and
that's
20.
not true. That's I'm just saying that that team is playing well as of
yes,
late.
they
That's all
are,
I'm saying. So
and I do not see them as
I
contenders. But real quick,
uh,
let's stay on topic. Caleb, are
uh,
the OKC Thunder contenders or
I
pretenders?
definitely think they're contenders. When you look at the roster construction from top to bottom, they have the most robust defense in the league. You obviously know who SGA is as a scorer. People say he's a free throw merchant, but he was a bucket before he was getting those calls, so I don't want to hear that. Like
what?
I you saying that, but the man was averaging
No,
twenty
no,
five
I didn't say anything.
before
Go
he
ahead, go
was
ahead.
shit. Like before
Is
he
that
knew him
what
as
is
shit.
that what Ethan
So
was saying?
I don't want to
He's
hear
a
that.
free throw
I don't
merchant.
want to hear that because the man, you can call him whatever you want.
Ethan, I
Kobe,
really feel. I
Kobe,
wish I had
Kobe drew
screenshotted your
fouls.
story
Mike drew fouls.
too,
LeBron
I'm
drew.
glad
Every
you didn't.
superstar draws fouls. I
because
didn't
I
Listen,
draw.
feel. I
listen,
feel
A
like it's a
superstar.
complete
listen,
180 from
listen.
what you just
In
said.
this era, in this era, one of the greatest scorers on this era, whether you hate him or like him,
James
is
Harden.
James Harden.
Exactly. Thank
James
you.
Yeah,
Harden shot more free throws than
he was
anybody
the
during
biggest free
that
throw
3
merchant
or
we
4
probably ever
year
He
seen.
almost
span.
had more free throw, as much free throw attempts as he had shot attempts.
So
Free throws
so
getting
so
Like
made.
so you
Shot. Yeah.
can't. The reason why they fouling is they can't stop you. That's the reason they fouling you. So I don't want to hear like, oh, all he does is shoot free
Again,
throws.
Ethan, I know you're making that
Anyway,
face, and yes, he will flop around, but does that make up the majority of his calls? We can. I'm not gonna argue. Go argue with somebody else. I ain't got
I'm
time
not
for
gonna
it.
argue it either. I mean,
Unc,
so
are
it's up for
the
the people
Thunder
to look.
contenders or pretenders?
I think they're contenders. I hate when people say like, "Oh, you know what I've been seeing lately, bruh." Like, it's so annoying to me. Like, bro, it's an 82 game
That sounds
season.
like
When I look at
Stephen
a
A.
team,
Horace Smith. Oh,
listen, you know what his name is, Stephen Smith. But anyway,
Yeah,
you
you
might
got it
have to
wrong,
bleep
Kyle.
that out. But
no, what did he say?
uh,
Oh, media
I hate
whore.
when people, yeah, I hate when people say that
Oh,
because like it's an 82 game season, and then just ebbs and flows in a season. Like you're gonna win a couple games, you're gonna lose a couple games. Guys get
Hmm.
hurt, guys are resting. Now these days, well, City don't really rest guys because they're a pretty young team, but there's ebbs and flows in the season. It's a long season. We're coming down to the end of the season. I already got the number one seed wrapped up. I got home court advantage throughout the playoffs. Guys kind of relax. So you're gonna have a couple of these like bad losses. That is not indicative of who they are as a team, of what we've seen in the totality of the season. They got the MVP in the league, in my opinion. Even though Jokic is the best player in the world, this season, SGA, what he's done defensively, what he's done, scoring wise, he's got the number one team in his conference. He's clearly the MVP. So for me, they are definitely contenders.
All right, and I think they're contenders too. Like you said, Unc. I mean, listen, whether you believe a season can be a fluke, and I think a baller, like someone with knowledge, can fuel a fluke season versus one that isn't. Me being a homer and just I don't know that makes it like I can feel it. But our 2015 Hawks
15,
team that
2014,
won
2015.
660 games, all five All
But
Mm-hmm.
Stars, like
but
that's a
but I
fluke
don't.
team, right? Like no one, like I
No,
didn't think I
no.
wouldn't consider.
I don't
I
think that was a
disagree.
fluke team.
Just
They just
because,
so happened to
listen,
run into
my
LeBron.
hold on.
Like
Yeah,
I
my
don't.
But
my
I didn't
thing
consider
is,
that
I
team
don't
contenders.
believe.
Like oh, go ahead.
But I
But
don't
Kyle,
believe
if you
you
look
can
at that
you
season,
can
they had
believe
beat
that.
LeBron and them every single time in that regular season, and then once that
That's
playoff
why
game, they got
But
flattened.
Ethan,
that's why
again,
play
maybe you was younger, definitely, but I know who Braun was. Okay, the East ran like bruh, like what Braun did to the East for that 10, 11 year run, bro. I knew we wasn't gonna like. I never thought we was making the finals. I
Listen,
didn't. I knew that at heart. Like I never. That's
But
why
hold
like
on, real
I.
quick. I just
LeBron.
want to
But
say
I don't want.
this:
But I don't want
like
to go too
fluke
far. I'm just making
seasons.
it. Oh, go ahead. Go
Just
ahead.
really quick, fluke
Mhm.
seasons I don't believe in. You play the game is the games are too long.
Yeah.
Like you can have
Okay.
a fluke game like in the March Madness where it's a single elimination. You can have fluke games. A
Yeah.
whole if you go 82 games and you're number one seed, that's not a fluke season. Now
Right.
you might not
Yeah.
have the
Wrong word. Wrong
requisite
word.
you might not have the requisite experience to go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that that means that your season was a fluke.
Yeah.
You had to go out and win those games.
So yeah,
So
we had a great season. So right, and let me not say the word fluke. We had a great
Yeah, I
season,
was gonna
number
say I
one
wouldn't say that either.
team across the league. Again, the five All Stars, unprecedented type season in the NBA. But again, me as a Hawks fan, like I knew, like I felt like we were still a joke when we came to Braun and the Cavs. We went six with the Wizards. You know, Paul Pierce hitting game winners. Like I remember that playoff run. I'm like, bro, like bro, this team like is
I
wild. You know
remember
what I'm
that like that
saying?
was
And again,
yesterday.
not saying that the Thunder are anywhere like that because I think the Thunder is they're a great team, and like Unc said, like the last two games I hate like oh they're trending down like dude what does that mean bro like please okay. I think they're gonna make a decent playoff run. And again, Shea didn't play bad in the playoffs last year. It was the other guys who didn't play well in the playoffs last year. And I'm hoping, like, with another year under the belt, you
Oh, like
dominate
J
the
Dub
league
and
all
them.
season. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Right. Chet's here,
I'd hope.
healthy. Hopefully he stays healthy. That they can make a deeper playoff run. And again, y'all know how I feel about Chet, but listen, he's valuable to what he does well defensively. Pick and roll, like, but y'all still do know how I feel
I
about
think
Chet.
I think I think I think they had the number one seed without Chat. So
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
even
well.
think
Right. Right.
I think he's
That's
just
what I'm
like
saying. His
Chat.
addition.
Chat is just like a cherry on top of the sundae. Like that,
Exactly.
I
with or without him, I think that they're going to go deep into the playoffs.
Now flipping to the Eastern Conference. Actually tonight, right before we started filming, the Cavs locked up the number one seed throughout. They're at 63 wins right now, with a 34-6 home record. And mind you, the Thunder have that same record at home too, 34-6. But again, speaking about contenders, pretenders, do you guys believe that the Cavs can make a strong playoff run to the finals? I'll start with you, Caleb. How you feel about the Cleveland Cavaliers? Do you feel more confident than the Thunder to reach the finals? About the same? Less confident? How do you feel? Obviously, the level of competition and how deep the conference is completely different, but
I mean
they do have a juggernaut to go up against in the Eastern Conference.
I think anything's possible, right? But when you when you look into the totality of their playoff experience, I don't know what that amounts to because
No or no? Can they beat the Celtics to get to the finals?
I mean, and then he knows
you
the
already
answer's
know what
no.
I'm gonna say. No,
Like
Yeah, I already
what?
know what you're going to say. So
no.
go ahead and say it. Go ahead, get your
Listen,
homework shit out. Go ahead.
When it comes to
We want to get you on tape.
when it comes to that brother Jalen Brown, okay, and
Okay.
when it comes to
Turn
that,
into a pastor.
okay, when it
Yeah,
comes
bro.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna bring in the sermon now.
Yeah.
when it comes to that brother Jalen Brown over there, you know,
Okay.
Jalen
From Marietta, you understand?
Marietta.
Okay, when you talking about the light skinned brother from St. Louis, can I get an amen in
Oh,
the
the light
place?
skin.
Okay, when you
Hallelujah,
talk
Amen.
about
Jesus.
the 7'3" Latvian, okay, just draining it from
Oh,
deep. Okay, when you talk
Hey, yo.
about
oh, he looked like Jesus from
when you
Nazareth.
when you talk
It's fair. What do
about
you say?
when you talk about
It's fair that that water, bro.
when you talk about that brother Peyton Pritchard, okay, coming off the
Yeah.
Yeah.
bench. All
Yep.
right,
Yeah.
Oh,
White
Six
boy
man of the year
Rick.
type joint.
listen. What they say, Stephen A.
UFC, KFC, whatever. Celtics and four, whatever you want to say.
Celtics and four is crazy.
hold on, about a sec.
All
Hold on
right.
a sec. He say
Uh,
Celtics and four.
UGA,
Okay.
PGA.
Ethan, Ethan, can I just skip over you, bro? Because I can't. Caleb kind of just lathered on
Cirque du
20 layers deep.
Soleil, Celtics and
No, you can't
five.
skip over me. Nah,
All right, go
I'm gonna
ahead,
get
bro.
on
I'm
to
just gonna
I'm gonna get
mute.
on
Get
to my
muted. Go
glaze.
ahead. Get muted. Go ahead.
Hey, he got to
Absolutely
get his
not.
Celtics
Like, what are
glaze
we
in.
talking about?
Go ahead, bro. Go
Absolutely.
ahead. Get it off, bro. You got like
You're
4 minutes.
you're
Go ahead.
not beating us at
Well,
full
you got like
power.
30
Okay, you
seconds.
understand? You're not beating us at full power. Like I like every game this season. I understand that we lost them in the regular season, but like we talked about before, it's 82, whatever, blah blah, whatever. I know it's a totally different atmosphere in the
I
playoffs.
love how
You
you
know,
use
games are
that.
typically
I love how
closer.
you use that to you when it works on your advantage.
Yeah, whatever. We're not
But
gonna
you
talk about
don't.
that.
But any
Whatever.
other
Well, you did it
team,
for
you
me.
okay?
We just whooped on the Knicks again tonight. Um,
Pretenders.
uh, what? Yeah, we know that. Um, what was I gonna say? I just think that we all know that it's the Celtics and Cavs. Nobody else. We like, there might be. Oh, we want to see Detroit might be like pop up out of nowhere, or we might want to see like another team, but no, that's not gonna happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
Isaiah
We
Stewart
know.
gonna burst you right in your head.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, play
uh,
with him if you want to. He's not here
ain't
to
he
play basketball.
suspended still?
He's
Anyways,
suspended, but he's gonna be back for the playoffs. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, and drop
Okay, what?
half
All
a
right, bro.
point, 6 claps off the bench, and 3 techs a game. Okay,
Yeah,
and you
three
can't even
techs
get three
and
techs in a
a
game.
2-piece knuckle sandwich with no biscuit.
Okay.
all right. Anyways, Uh, I just think that when the Celtics are there, fully healthy, loaded, locked in, it's hard to beat them. If I could see Jalen Brown, like Caleb say, give that same defensive prowess that he did last year against Luca on Donovan Mitchell. We know who Donovan Mitchell is, though. I trust if I'm not
Ha,
gonna say I trust
ha,
Donovan Mitchell
ha,
more than
ha. You can
Luca,
play with it if
but
you want
You
to.
just say you don't trust Donovan Mitchell more than Jalen Brown? What'd you say?
no, I said I don't know if I trust Donovan Mitchell more than Luca. That's what I said.
Hmm.
In the
In the
playoffs? You should. But anyway, go ahead.
What does it have to do with the Celtics? I'm confused.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No,
Well, how did? Yeah,
because
what?
I'm saying from how Jalen Brown guarded Luca in the finals
Bro, I
to
already told you
I
how
don't
I
know if
feel
he
about
was a
Luca.
primary
I trust
defender.
that boy,
Yeah, we
D.
know.
Mitchell.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not arguing with it. If you do, that's okay.
At six.
I think.
Anyway, go ahead. Get the glaze, man.
I
Boy,
you got
bro.
it.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, all right. So do I think
Because
they're contenders or pretenders? I think they're contenders. Look, at the end of the day, let's break it down. Okay, I think that Spider Mitchell and that light skinned brother from St. Louis, they cancel each other out. Right now, let's go down.
I
You
mean,
got
based on
Jalen
playoff
Brown.
performances,
Based on
I
player
don't know.
performances, I'm just
I don't
saying.
know.
I
before
think
finals, yes.
I think they're on the same level. Then you got Jalen Brown, and then you got Darius Garland, right? I think they could both score with each other. Okay, cancel them out. Then you got
What?
Evan
Go
Mobley,
ahead.
and you got
Kristaps
what's
or
Chris
Al
Box.
Horford?
Tingus
Okay,
Pingus.
when I say cancel out, I mean let me say this. When I say cancel
Pingus,
out, like
Pingus. Bro.
I think like if Jalen Brown gets 30, Darius Garland could get 32. Like you know what I'm saying? If Spider Mitchell
But
get 40, that light skinned brother from St. Louis could get
Look, I agree
42.
with
That's
you.
what I'm
Just
can
to
I
the
just
saying.
ask a
Like
extent.
question? Can I
so
just ask
I'm
a
just
question
going
before
down the
you go
roster.
though?
So
No, Ethan, real
No, I
quick.
know.
No,
Can I just
no,
ask a quick question
no,
real quick?
Unc. I agree with you. Just to the extent of, I would say
The
if
rest of the team has to
if
show
Jalen
up.
Brown scored 30, I just got to say Garland has to be as effective in the game because he's not going he's not going point for point with Jalen Brown. But
and
I
I'm
think he
not
can
saying
affect
like
the
it's point
game.
for
Oh
point. I'm
yeah,
not
no, okay.
saying
I'll just make sure that he
I'm
can
not
affect
saying
the
like
game.
if Jalen Brown scored 30,
DG
maybe
can get
Darius
30.
Garland
He could get 30.
Yeah,
But
only score
but
25, but
he had
yeah,
10
but
wouldn't
if
even
it's
see the
assists.
20
game.
and
I'm not
10,
saying point
yeah,
for
if you
point.
go 20 and 10,
I'm just saying like they in that same
okay,
bracket together
I
for
was
me.
just
I
I
got
was
you.
just
I
asking
got
if you
you.
were factoring in like everything, like defense, like all that stuff like that into one rather than just
Yeah, I'm talking about
go
the
bar for bar.
the totality of the player. Okay,
Okay,
you
well if
got
that's the case, then
you
Garland
got
doesn't scratch Jalen Brown. But I understand what you're saying that it's kind of like a
you can say what
little
you can.
thing. So
Hey,
yeah,
this is my point, Ethan. I don't care what you
sure,
think.
I understand. Go ahead,
I sat here and let
Yeah,
you
go ahead, go ahead,
listen
go
to
ahead.
all your glaze, and
and
then
it'll be Jared Allen and Tingus Pingus,
the dark
not
skin, the dark
Evan
hand
Mobley.
preacher over there. I listened to all
But
y'all
they
say y'all
say
point.
Evan
Now this
Mobley
is
is DPOY of like contender, so it might be
They trying to
Evan
put
Mobley and
Draymond in
Tinkus
that thing
Fingers.
so
I
for
don't
so
know
so
where
whatever
so
reason.
so
Draymond
so
came
my
from, man.
They pushing
All right,
that
hold
Draymond
on. Let
thing
me finish my
hard.
point. I ain't cut y'all off. I let y'all say what y'all want to say. Now, I'm not saying this to get approval. This is how
Yeah,
I feel.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay, let's start over now. Light skinned brother St. Louis, Darius Spider Mitchell. I think they on the same level. They cancel each other out. Boom. We're gonna go down. Darius Garland, Jalen Brown. Okay, boom. Then you got Chris Stops. Then you got Evan Mobley. Boom. Now you're getting into where I think is going to be the difference. I think everybody, the first four that I mentioned, going to do what they do. Okay, games of win and loss. by the others, as like Shaq and the guys on TNT say, right? And so boom, I think that Pritchard is very good in the playoffs. Derek White. Then you got
Drew
what's the
Holiday,
white boy? What's the white boy? Drew
Sam
Holiday. What's the
Hauser, and
white
Drew
boy that
Holiday,
shoot all
Sam
the
Hauser,
threes?
Derek White
Sam
and
Hauser.
Sam Hauser.
Right. So do I think that that group is better than the group of the
Cavs.
Cavaliers? Yes. Right. So that's why I lean to Boston, but I think that it's not by that much, right? Now, that's with everybody being healthy, right? And when I say it's not that by that much, like I think that series could go 6 or 7. I don't think that it's going to be no Boston in 4 type situation. That's not my belief. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
I don't think
they
four.
had a lot of they had a lot of injuries and stuff. Like I hope that this year's playoff isn't like last year. Every series had like a major injury, and then it kind of decided the series. I hope like everybody's healthy, and we can see like mano a mano who's better. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
Do I think
I'll
they're
vote for 2.
contenders? Yes, but I ultimately think that Boston is a little bit better as far as role players go.
Well, I
You got
think
Al
in a
Horford up in
perfect
that joint.
world, I love to just see the disconnect and discontent of Celtics players and fans. So I'm just rooting for
Oh, you
mis
know it. Oh, you
I'm
know
rooting
it.
for misinformation, rumors spread behind backs. I hope Jaylen Brown gets another Finals MVP. Because one thing about me, and I just love this, is y'all keep saying Tatum named first, and Jaylen Brown got the
I
Finals
literally
MVP.
said
Like, something about
Stop
that just don't
finishing
sit
it.
right with me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, it's Jaylen Brown
That's
and Jason
fine, but he's
Tatum.
not the
You know what
best
I'm
player on the
saying?
team, and you
You
know
know what I mean?
that.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, he
I
got
have
the
to
Who know
hard
that?
way.
disagree.
Who know that?
I gotta
Who know that?
disagree.
Huh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I couldn't
Who
tell
know
last
that?
year. I couldn't tell. I couldn't
I
tell.
can I can't tell this year.
I couldn't tell.
Oh
All
my
right. What
gosh.
did
If
Listen,
Tatum
y'all
we
would,
can
say?
if
break that.
y'all,
Coach
if
Hey,
y'all,
K.
hold on,
whenever
let
you
me
want,
finish. Let me finish. Let me
Ethan.
finish real
Whenever you
quick.
want to
If
break
y'all would
that down,
even
No,
ask,
Ethan,
whenever
I
you
haven't
want
started
to,
my point, so let me start my point.
I'm gonna break it
but
down with
really
just one
quick,
sentence, and that's it. If y'all would even ask Jaylen Brown to do half of what Jason Tatum does, the Celtics, I
Well,
don't even know if the Celtics are in the
Motherfucker.
position where they are
you
right
said
now.
what?
Yes, I
Yeah.
said it. I
The
said it.
only
I didn't see
I
Tatum picking up
as
94 feet. I
as
didn't
a
know
He's,
Tatum picked up
Celtics
94 feet.
fan,
Mother sick.
but
as a Celtics
Ethan,
fan, they
but
have different
Ethan, who won the
responsibilities.
Finals MVP? If he don't
Forget
do
Mother
the
half of what,
forget
no, no,
the
no, no, hold on. If he don't do half of what
Wait, you better
that light
get
skinned
that
boy
He
that
do,
didn't
that
lead in
how
anything on the
come?
team.
Who's the
He didn't
NBA
lead on anything
Finals?
in the team. He just shot
Ethan.
poorly. That's the reason why he won it. But he didn't
Ethan.
lead in anything
Well,
on the team.
stop
So
it's
stop
crazy. Ethan.
I'm
Oh,
confused.
okay. Okay. Let me get to my point
That's
real quick.
He
Let me get
didn't
to my
lead on
point.
anything.
stop.
So who
Wait.
picked up the best
No,
player on the other team? Who did last year? Who
Unk.
did?
just be.
Let me,
I understand that.
let me,
I'm saying
Ethan,
he picked up
Ethan.
the
No, I can't hear you. I can't hear
defense.
you. What?
Let me
Ethan's
finish.
like, just because this
You
person did this doesn't mean that they're this. Well, mother sake, well, what makes them that then? Like, I don't understand that logic, bro. What you
oh
mean?
my goodness.
Just because he didn't lead in anything, but because he did all the other stuff and he was consistent through the finals and he played great defense and scored when they needed to. That's why he won Finals MVP. Bro, come on, Ethan. Come on. Don't do that. Anyway, let me make my point real
Listen,
quick.
Yeah,
the
y'all can
only
And then
scream
thing
at
I'm
that
finished.
nonsense. I really don't
Let
hey,
care.
me
hey,
make
the
this
only
real
thing that
quick.
Tatum is better
There's a
than
reason
Brown
why
in is
someone got
shooting.
paid more.
If you take everything
Oh
else,
my
the
gosh.
driving,
Ethan,
the slashing, the defense, the ball
the
hand,
same
everything,
reason guys get
he's
Ethan,
better than
contract
them
no,
in
years.
everything.
stop right
Oh,
there.
Tatum.
Stop right
Okay.
there.
Oh,
Stop.
all right. Who got the hardware? Anyway, let me just say my point real quick. Y'all better stop disrespecting Max Struess. All right. DeAndre
Oh
Hunter.
my goodness.
Who
Hey,
else
I
is
Get
on
like
that
next
that
team?
topic.
pickup. Hey,
Uh,
I told you from
Bruh, that's what I'm
the
trying to tell
trade
you.
deadline,
They knew what they was
that was
doing.
a sneaky,
Uh,
really good pickup.
D Wade and Isaac and Ty Jerome too, the little point guard. Don't be disrespectful, okay? This dude's on a full weight
You
contract
don't
for a
even
reason,
believe that.
okay?
Stop.
All right, bro. Okay. And Peyton Pritchard could go out there and do the fools he's doing, so can Ty Jerome. All right.
So
Y'all gonna
now
stop
Peyton, now
disrespecting
we're
that anyway. So
comparing. Now we're
to your
comparing.
point,
Oh
y'all gonna
my
stop disrespecting that
gosh.
second unit. That second unit is better
Oh,
than people.
y'all,
Oh,
this taste
I
is
agree.
just.
That's
it's
why I
not
said it's not that close.
Oh,
I mean, it's not that far apart. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
They're not that
that's
far
the only
apart.
point I wanted to make. So the Cavaliers are contenders. Jalen Brown is the man on that team, and I hope he wins the second. If they win the finals, I hope he wins Finals MVP again. Because then Jason Tatum, like he over here holding the trophy. Whoa, give me the trophy, bro. You're not Finals MVP. I thought that's for the Finals MVP.
bro.
Anyway,
Like
we gonna break right there. I just love sowing the
I get
seeds
what
of
it.
discontent and sorrow. I love that. All right. All right. With that said, let me just move on and just going further down with standings in the Eastern Conference and talking about contenders. I mean, Knicks, Celtics. Number three is
Wash,
the Knicks. Uh, number four is the Pacers. Y'all know
wash.
how I feel about Halliburton this season, so don't even get me
Tyrese,
started about that.
I
nobody
All
told you
right.
this last
Halliburton.
season, but you
Number
didn't listen.
five is the
So
Bucks. I mean, Giannis is Giannis. Dame is, but like, I mean, do we
Dame is
really
out,
care
so
about
Dame
it
is
this
doesn't
out.
season?
matter.
Dame is
Oh
gone.
yeah,
Dame
he's
is
Yeah,
out.
out.
Dame's
So
Dame's
like,
Dame's
So
gone.
is Bobby Portis. So nobody
so
cares.
so Bobby Portis. Anyway, I ain't gonna say that. Number six is the Detroit Pistons and Isaiah
They're
Stewart,
gonna be
Mike
fun.
Tyson,
They're gonna be fun.
Isaiah Mike Tyson Stewart. All
Mike
right, you know what I'm
Tyson.
saying?
Hey,
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that first round
They're gonna
series. I
be
think they're
fun.
gonna play the Knicks.
They play the
And
Knicks.
that's gonna be a
Yeah,
good first round
I
series.
but they gonna
I
burst
have a
them. They
dark.
gonna burst them. Don't worry.
I think I was just about to say. I think
The
Detroit
Knicks
could.
gonna burst them?
The
No,
Pistons.
No,
No,
Detroit.
the
Detroit
Pistons are
gonna
gonna
Detroit.
beat
burst
I
them.
them,
think
bro.
The
Detroit's
Pistons
gonna
are gonna
beat
beat
them.
them.
Oh,
Detroit and
spicy
they're
Detroit's
gonna
gonna
pick.
beat them.
it's a little
I don't think
Detroit and
that's that
That's not a
six.
spicy.
spicy pick.
Tibbs is
That's not
gonna run
spicy
them
at
boys
all.
into the ground. I'm telling you.
Well, by
He already
seeding,
ran
it's
them into the
spicy.
ground.
But
Tibbs.
listen, number seven is the Magic, and I had this conversation with Caleb offline, and y'all know how I feel about the Magic. But I don't care about them. They
What
garbage.
with
They throw the whole
France?
team away.
Bro.
Uh,
What? They garbage.
bro,
Kyle,
I
it's
bro,
wouldn't
just
go. I
injuries
wouldn't
why
go.
they're in the seventh
I wouldn't
seed.
go the
Stop the
garbage
foolishness.
route.
That's
Listen,
literally
okay,
only
they're
injuries
not
why they're down
garbage.
there.
They're
they
not
literally
garbage.
their
But
entire team
between
from Suggs
Bobby
you're
to
gonna tell me
Brown,
injuries. You're gonna tell me
Pablo,
injuries.
they were all
to
out at least
Wagner, his
20 games.
brother,
Come on,
Yes,
his
but I'm gonna
brother,
tell
and
you
then
play
Franz
style.
Wagner.
I'm
What you talking about?
boy. I
They
had Franz
Mo
on my
trash.
fantasy
Wagner.
team. I know how good
My man
Franz
Mo
is.
was
Bro.
hooping.
I'm
Okay,
just
so why
Mo
you
was
saying.
saying they
gone.
I'm
trash,
saying
bro?
play style. Play style is
All right,
not
no,
suitable
they
for
healthy
winning deep.
now, bro.
Bro, but
Huh?
Kyle,
I
This is
think
the
don't
same
get me
Magic
wrong.
team that went
The
to
Magic,
seven with the Cavs last year
the
when Donovan
Magic,
Mitchell was there. Stop the
the
foolishness.
Right. Did
Magic.
you watch the Magic this season? And again, we could like again. I can just go off of what I said with them.
They
Yeah, they
didn't
Injury.
missed
So
fix it,
so
time.
do
but
injuries not matter?
they didn't fix anything though. If you watch those games from last
Did you
playoffs,
watch Paulo?
if you
Have you
watch them
have you
against,
been watching
you know
Paulo since he's
they
come?
don't have any sort of offense for real.
I watched
You
him
know
for a
that.
good
Like,
half of
thank
the
you. Like,
season. I won't say the
do you
half
watch
season,
that
but the
team?
whole.
Like, how you watch that team? Because I
I
Their
watch
watched him
Franz.
points,
for a
But
good
their
half of the
points come,
season. I
their
give
points
you.
come off of
what
defense.
half of the
Their
season when they
points
wasn't
come
there?
from
What half did you
defense.
watch?
No, when they were. Why would I watch when he's not there?
So again, so
Why would
then
I
you
watch
watch
when?
what? So then you watch what I
No,
This
watched.
this
he
latter
wasn't there
half,
in
not
majority
the
of the
Okay,
season.
okay.
Listen,
So
man.
you must
Paulo
have watched what
half.
I watched
Franz
then.
Wagner could shoot
Come on,
the
bro.
lights out. The
But Kyle
Pablo
don't care.
is the budding superstar.
Listen,
They
I don't
got
care, bro.
that's the
All right.
problem. He's still budding.
what you mean? They
He's
not
supposed to
trash.
arrive. That's the problem. They're half
No,
baked.
stop it,
They are half
stop it,
baked.
stop it,
They're
Yeah,
half
stop
I
it.
do
baked.
How
think
long
that
did
Paulo's a
They're
SCJ
half
little
listen,
baked,
overrated.
how long how many years have SGA been in the NBA?
bro.
How
Did
many
y'all
years?
expect anything out of him though when he first got drafted?
I did.
That's
I'm
not what
just
I
I
asked
curious.
watched
you.
him at Kentucky.
That's not what I
I did.
asked you.
Okay,
That's not what
that's
I
you.
asked. That's
That's
not what I
you.
asked you.
That's you.
That's not what I asked
I
you.
think
How
we're
many
getting.
years
What is
did he
it,
It took him
take
like a
bro?
good
to
six,
get?
Bro,
6 years, right? 18.
Okay, so he
Yeah,
been in the
6 years.
league 6 or 7 years.
7 years.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Okay,
he's
from
trash.
from his days on the
I'm not
Clippers.
saying he's
So now
trash,
Pablo been in the league 3 years, and oh wait, he half baked. Come
bro.
on,
I
man,
said the
get that
He's got a
man
team.
a
point there.
chance.
I
He
said
has
the
a point
team
there.
is
And on
half
top of that,
baked.
he
I
in
said the
Orlando.
team.
The dog get
Did I not say?
franchise of
Did I
Orlando.
not say the
Who
team? Did I
who
not
he
say the
play
team?
for?
I
Where
said
is?
the.
As a
I
matter of
said.
fact, where is Orlando? I
I
don't
said.
even know where Orlando is, and I live in Florida.
I said the
That's how much
team is
that's
half
how
baked.
sorry they
The
think.
team is half baked. All they did was add KCP
Hey,
to
listen,
add
don't
shooting.
disrespect my dog Pablo, man.
His name is
I'm not
Paulo.
disrespecting
Pablo is
Pablo.
His name
crazy.
is
He
Paulo.
just he
He's
doesn't finish well at
Italian.
the rim, and I just don't like how he play when him and
I'm
Franz
gonna
on the
put
court. I
I'm gonna
don't like
put
it.
Pablo in the backyard again on that thing.
Did you just
All
say?
right,
Did you just say he doesn't finish well at the rim when that's all he can really do?
Who said that?
What you mean that's all he can
Kyle,
do?
are you
Man, stop
insane?
disrespect. The man
do
had
y'all want me
50
to pull
points
up
this
his finish?
season.
I looked
I
at this
didn't
like
say,
because I was
bro,
watching
bro,
another podcast.
He
I
had
can pull
50
up
points
his
of
finish
game,
at the
but
rim rate, bro, he can't finish at the rim
a
for his size.
slasher. He's a slasher.
Oh,
He's not no shot
Caleb,
creator.
because
He's
you
not
slash, you
ooh
go to the rim and miss all type
fade
of
out the
layups,
midi.
bro. Caleb,
Okay,
the
he's
numbers
a
Listen,
say.
slasher.
listen.
That's
I
what he
don't know what
does.
he
I'm
is.
not,
All I know is
Caleb.
he
I'm just
gets
telling you
buckets. That's
what
what I know.
inefficiently. All I'm saying is that If he
Oh,
refines his game,
But the
so
goddamn
you care
NBA's
about
inefficient.
inefficiency now?
Hey, hold on.
You care about
People
inefficiency
slurp.
now?
Oh,
People
So when
now you
Cam
people
care
called out
about
slurp
Trae Young is a
Luca.
efficiency.
problem,
Now you care
now
about
you care about
efficiency.
efficiency.
Who,
Okay,
me?
No, don't do
and
that.
you,
Don't.
you,
Yes,
you
you
and
do.
Trey
what do we
Come on,
knocking?
man.
slurping
What did you
the
say about
kingdom
Trae Young,
come.
Kyle? What did you say about
Slurping
Trae Young
Trey, the
2 months
kingdom
ago?
come. You're talking about efficiency
Stop the
now.
foolishness,
When
bro.
you
Hey,
got the
hey,
king
hey, hey,
inefficient
Kyle.
on your
Kyle, I'm
team.
with you. But I can't get you get with you that
you guys want
deficiency.
to focus
Come
on
on,
just
man.
a fit like that's just what his game is based on, right?
How
Like
many
that's
people
not what
slurp
his game is
Luca?
just based on. What?
Come on,
Y'all
man.
slurping?
Thank
No,
you.
yeah,
Thank
y'all
you.
slurping
Don't you
like
talk
fat.
about efficiency,
Oh,
man.
y'all gonna make me
Come on,
say
man.
something.
What?
You're
Yeah,
gonna make
you
me say
can't bring
something
up
crazy though.
efficiency now.
You're
We
gonna
know
make
you love
what you,
inefficient players.
bro?
We know you love them.
What do you mean? I love
Listen.
inefficient
You're an
players, bro.
inefficient lover. That's what you are.
Caleb,
Okay,
y'all
you
brought up
can't
Trae
you
Young's
can't.
inefficiency.
But
Like
Inefficient
you
that's
brought that
what
lover.
up
his
2
game is,
months
right?
ago.
Paulo is a player who will put up 30 shots, but like beyond like putting up shots and you saying he getting buckets, like what else does he have in his game? Like that's what I'm asking. Like as a complete game, right? Like Trey, you bring him with the inefficiency, and I said, well, he about to break the record for most assists in the season. Like he don't just come out here to jack up shots. He share the ball, make the team around us better. That garbage team we have here in Atlanta.
Okay, so
That's what I'm
besides
saying, bro.
France, who does he have on his team?
Paulo is
So what is the
6'11",
Magic?
and
What is the
his
Magic's team?
finishing at the
Is the
rim
Magic's team dog
efficiency.
water?
Well, y'all
I'm
telling
just
me
asking.
him and Franz is like Cheech and Chong, bro. So like you tell me, bro.
No, but we're talking about franchise. Is
No,
the franchise dog
we're
water?
talking
Because you just
about
said that with the
inefficiency.
Hawks.
That's what we're talking about. They're both
What,
inefficient. So you can't say that you like Trey and he inefficient, but you don't
Exactly.
like
Thank
Pablo
you.
and he inefficient.
Exactly.
That's what we're
Thank
saying.
you.
You're
That's
You
what
can't
we
saying
think.
say, oh,
I'm
you
telling
can't
you,
use it just to fit
that
your
on the
argument
basis
and to
that
fit
you're
your player
saying
that you like.
Pablo.
Come on,
You
man.
got me saying Pablo.
Hey, you
I'm
sound
giving you
like your
that
brother
on the
Ethan out here,
basis
cuz it
that
sounds crazy
Pablo
out here.
is that guy, right? Right. I'm not coming to you and saying Trey Young's the best point guard in the league. Like I'm not coming to you to say that. But you
But
telling
that's
me
not what we're
Pablo's
talking
that
about.
guy.
We're strictly
Bro,
talking
That's
you're
about
not
telling
what
me
we
inefficiency.
said.
Pablo's that guy. That's what
bro.
you're telling me. You said
We
Pablo's
didn't
that
say
Yeah,
guy.
on
he's the
that team.
best small
Yeah, on
forward in the
his.
league, but
On,
he's
I didn't
one
say
of
he's
the
the best
best
forward in the
forwards.
NBA. I'm
One
saying
of the
on
best
that
Okay. All
forwards in the
team,
right.
league.
All
he's the
right. All
best
right.
team. And I'm
Well,
saying his
okay.
3 years in, and Caleb, I was
He
pushing back on
he
Caleb because he
is.
said
Just
he only
push on
had
I'm
two.
Caleb.
saying. I said
And
the
I'm
team
just
is
saying
half
that.
baked. I said the team, not him.
Oh,
I said the
I
team is
thought you
half
said
baked.
he was half baked, but I'm just saying, give him a little more time. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I like my dog Pablo. That's all I'm
All
saying,
right, man,
cuz.
bro.
Paulo.
The brother's Italian, not
Yeah, he
Nigga,
Mexican.
I
literally,
He's
call him
literally had
Italian.
me
Pablo. He
He's
saying
not
always gonna be
Mexican.
Pablo.
Pablo. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
I ain't gonna say
Yeah,
Pablo. I can't
they
say
might say
that.
that's
I
racist. You
say
call him Pablo,
Pablo.
that's
they
a.
might say that's racist.
He's
Yeah.
Pablo
Italian. He's not
Escobar.
Mexican. The brother's
So you're trying
Italian.
to say every Pablo in the world is Mexican?
Listen,
That's crazy.
listen. I didn't
That's
say that.
nasty work.
I didn't say that. You
That's what
said
you
that.
just said.
I
You
didn't say
did
that.
say
You
that.
said that.
You said he's Italian, not Mexican.
He's Italian. He's not
He's
Mexican. Like every
Italian, not
Pablo in the world
Mexican.
is Mexican.
I don't know the other problems that ain't Mexican. Okay, I don't know what you want me to say.
So we're just openly
So
being stereotypical and
let me ask you this question because you digging yourself a deeper hole. So you
oh
know all the
Lord.
Mexicans in the world.
I didn't say that. I said what did I say? I said
Caleb has a
verbatim.
strong presence with them.
What What does that mean? Caleb,
What
you like
that
them
mean?
Never
tortas?
mind.
You
Let
like
me
them?
shut
You like
up.
them tortas,
And we
Caleb?
and we know, Kyle. We already know you're a torta pounder. Okay, not me.
Bro, what in the world? Hey,
You love
all
them.
right, we're going to the
Listen,
NFL, bro.
shout out to
We're
my
literally
No,
going
Mexican
to the
no.
homies.
NFL talk.
Shout
That
out to
man
my
stopped
Mexican
everything
homies.
he said and
A
went deep into
torta
your
pounder
ass.
is insane.
Listen,
He said, "We know you like
shout out,
quarter pounders."
A
Lord have
torta
mercy.
pounder is insane, bro.
shout out to my
Yeah,
Mexican homies. If you know a
we're going to
torta
NFL
supreme,
news.
put Kyle on.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
if you know a
A
torta
supreme
A
supreme,
is
torta supreme
crazy.
put
is
Kyle
insane,
on.
bro. Caleb,
Well,
that's
y'all
the
some
most
sick niggas too,
insane
wait. What
word
a sick.
I've ever heard. All right,
Woo! The
NFL
torta
news.
pounder.
That's what I said. That's what I said. A quarter pounder.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you can put a quarter pounder in front of that, like McDonald's.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Bro,
Quarter
what?
pounder.
Bro, Ethan, what was that? Oh, I don't want to say nothing that will get us canceled. Hold on, I'm not gonna say it.
No,
Never mind.
say it.
That thing that was on that one person stream that I was like, I don't know what that thing is,
Oh, you mean Gorlock the Destroyer?
bro.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, Caleb, you
listen,
missed
I don't
that,
even
bro.
know what
You
that
literally
is, and that
arrived.
sounds
You
crazy.
arrived to. Let me show you Gorlock the Destroyer.
Oh,
No,
bro,
no, 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 no. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know, and I don't care to know.
you don't
Move
want to know.
on.
You don't
What's
want
the
to know.
next subject? Lord have mercy.
I will
Let's
sue you for
continue to NFL
defamation.
news.
Okay.
NFL draft. All right.
Caleb, you was talking
Uh,
about them big people sweating gravy from
Ethan,
their
I'm literally about
rolls.
to kick you from the call. NFL news. All right, we're switching sports. Everybody with me?
No, give me a second. I
Oh
can't lie.
Lord.
Just give me one moment. Let me.
He said, "Let me get myself together."
Bro.
Bro, Caleb said mashed potato and gravy coming from them things, man.
Bro.
Yo, listen, y'all don't hear the half the things that Caleb say. Y'all just hear the things when y'all are with him. I be talking to that man. That man be saying some crazy things, bro.
I
Okay.
have no idea what he's talking about. Again, I don't subscribe to those hateful
I cannot
ideologies.
confirm or deny any of these, any such things.
Exactly. I can't confirm or deny what I have
All
or
right.
have not said in the past
Cam
72
Ward.
hours.
It's
This
okay,
man
Damn,
said,
Caleb.
that's kind of recent.
Yeah, that I was gonna say. Like, why so specific? Yeah.
Nigga say one mashed potato, one gravy, anyway. What a sec.
he said the gravies are coming from the rolls. They don't even have to get it from the store. He said they produce it on their own. They just grab their arm like this and get it the gravy,
It's
and it
Oh
just comes
Lord,
off.
Jesus! I didn't
Ethan.
need that visual at all.
Like imagine Drewski and just gravy. That's what he's saying
Bro,
basically.
what are we
Just
talking
like how
about right
Unc
now,
said that
bro?
he
Wait,
imagined
why
when
would
they
I want to
dropped that fake.
imagine Drewski and gravy, bro?
You imagine Drewski lubed up with all them bottles of oil when they dropped that fake lawsuit. You said that
But
just popped
Ethan,
into your
but
head immediately.
but
What?
Ethan, let me tell you something. But I
Hey,
don't like mine, bro.
why he putting you out there like that? Whoa, wait a minute.
It's literally on the
He
episode. It's
said,
on the
I
episode. It's
immediately
on
thought
tape.
about a man oiled up.
It's on
I
tape.
just this big
It's
ass
on
greasy
tape.
man. But you're
He
talking
talking
about
about
somebody armpits,
his
uh,
cracks and crevices. Hey, man,
crevices.
that's
You
wild,
understand?
bro.
I
That's
didn't say
wild.
that.
Listen,
Though. I said
Listen,
Caleb said that.
no,
You rub him from the
What they
rolls.
say? That
if
bottomless pit.
anyone is ever watching, especially from, I don't know what this man is talking about.
Gorla
all
the
that,
destroyer.
all that, all that, uh, all that. Keep all that out of there.
I guess that's how we're gonna
What
end
is it
it.
saying?
Speaking about
Charlie,
NFL
he
news,
beats.
What? But he's a slave. Wait, what happened to you, babe? Wait, Ethan, you was a sick nigga, wait.
That's what Kevin Harlan said on the broadcasting. Them NFL broadcasters be saying some crazy things. I'll tell you that. My lord.
Bruh.
see that, bro? Okay,
That's almost as crazy as skipping through
I,
that lane.
See, there you go. There you go. See, I just knew somebody was gonna say something crazy.
Hello.
all right. Can we talk about the NFL draft?
Caleb, shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Nah,
Please.
you was about to say something.
Now, in the
This
latest
man
CBS
plotting in his
report,
head.
the latest
Okay.
CBS report only has two quarterbacks going in the first round. That is being two brothers, Cam Ward and Shador Sanders himself. Tennessee has come out and said that they are going to be taking Cam Ward. Does anyone have any feelings about Cam Ward going before Shador?
Cam.
Anybody? Well, we know
Oh,
Unc
Cam.
feels
Listen, man.
away.
We
Top
already know
five, real
how I
quick.
feel.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you
I was gonna say
was
just
done.
real quick. Mock draft top five predictions right now goes Cam Ward to the Tennessee Titans number one, Shador Sanders number two to the Cleveland Browns, which I don't know. I don't. The Cleveland's
Where
really
you
weird
where
right
you getting
now.
that? Where you getting that from? That ain't Mel
It's on
Kiper and them.
this CBS Sports. I don't like Mel. Mel.
Listen, listen, listen. Oh,
You
now
want
you're
to see
doing
Mel
too
Kiper's
much.
mock draft? What?
Now I already know Mel Kiper's mock
Yeah,
draft.
man,
Okay,
I know Mel too.
Mel said he gonna fall out to about
The late twenties.
I think he drop him down to like 20 something
Yeah,
to
he
the
did.
Steelers, 20 and
Based on
21st.
what?
I don't know. I guess conversation he's having with GMs. But here's the thing, man. During this draft process, everybody knows that there's all smoke and mirrors. I don't believe that Tennessee is picking Cam until they said with the first pick in the NFL during the 2025 NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans select. Until I hear that, all that shit is smoke and mirrors to me. You know what I'm saying? They might be saying, oh, they may be, saying like, I'm gonna get somebody else and messing up other people's plans or working on a deal to slide back and get another number one pick like Chicago did. It's multiple things people can do. But I think that Tennessee is set up to take a quarterback, being that their offensive line is good, they have a run game. So they are in a position to pick a quarterback and have that quarterback be successful. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, we did talk about that. Hmm.
But so let's talk about Cam. Um, like everybody's been saying, I think Cam is the best quarterback in this draft. He got the arm strength. He's got the arm talent. He can make all the throws. A lot of his stuff is going to be because he's so talented. See, here's the thing about, and this is why I think Shador is going to be successful. Like the guys who have super talent, who are super talented, they trust their arm so much that they will squeeze balls and try to. That sounds crazy, but I'm just saying. We're talking about footballs. They would try to squeeze footballs um and push it into. See, y'all got me. Everybody,
No,
I'm trying
Ethan
to.
is
Hey, I'm
Ethan is
trying
like
to
side.
listen. I'm trying to say this in the right way
Ethan
because I
is
know
Ethan
how
is
y'all
like
are.
side eyeing the camera. Like, why is he sitting on the camera like that?
Without saying, listen, pause. I'm saying pause first, okay? That's what y'all young folks do, okay? When you are super talented, you try to, squeeze balls into spaces that, may not be the right decision as far as your progression. And so that's been his issue in college, right? A lot of his turnovers have been like just trying to force things down the field. But because Shador doesn't have that strong of an arm, and people talk about arm talent and arm, listen, I don't fall into that. I don't believe that. Peyton Manning, one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the NFL, didn't have a strong arm. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback in the history of the world, didn't have a strong arm. So it's about being able to throw on time, being accurate, and being able to have escapability inside the pocket. I think Shador has all of those three things. Overall, as far as talent goes, I think that I heard somebody say this and I agree. I think that Shador Sanders has the higher floor, but Cam has the higher ceiling, meaning that Cam has a higher chance of being a bust, but he also could be a superstar. And I think that everybody consistently can say, like, we think that, worst case scenario, Shador Sanders is Kirk Cousins, who's been in the league, like 13, 14 years, made a lot of money, won a bunch of games, hasn't really taken a team deep into a playoff or like to a Super Bowl, but is still a starting NFL quarterback. So I think that if Shador can have that type of career, that's going to be a success for him. And I just hope that they surround both of these guys with the not only the offensive mind, because I think that when you go to a lot of these teams, you want an offensive minded head coach that helps a young quarterback. So I believe that if they go to certain situations that are going to wrap their arms around them around both their talents and develop them, then I think they both could have successful careers.
I just want to say this point, Ethan, before you go. Just I think something about Shadur's potential career trajectory would go something along the lines, and not saying like success wise or like numbers wise, but from a media perspective, perception wise. I think something along the lines of a Lonzo, where like remember like Lonzo's first 3 years or so, like Lonzo was like we know what Lonzo is as a player now. He was doing what he's doing now then, and but they were like, oh, well, he's not putting up 25 and 12. He's supposed to be Magic Johnson, right? But Lonzo, as we know, is a like bar the knee thing. Like if the knee thing didn't happen, Lonzo would be a like that core guy who would be able to play 15, 16 years because 3-and-D handles the rock, passes the rock. You know what I mean? Does what he needs to do at a high level. And I think Shador can do that. To a great point, like you said, higher ceiling or higher floor. Cam has a higher ceiling. I think Shador, if he goes and throws for let's say he has, because I feel like if he has like a Caleb Williams like rookie season, let's say he throws for a little bit less yards, maybe a couple more interceptions, people gonna be like, see, he can't do it. Like, you know what I mean? But it won't be a bad rookie season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think just because of like the quote unquote, again, why they say he's dropping his arrogance, which I think is just confidence. Look at his daddy. Like his dad was, call him
And
what you want
that's the
to.
stupidest thing.
You
That's
know
the
what I
stupid,
mean?
and I
So,
think a lot of that. I think a lot of that stuff is media driven. Also,
oh, of
like
course,
if you're
absolutely.
an NFL GM or coach, I want my quarterback to be supremely confident. I want him to walk in
Yeah.
the room and say, "I'm better than all the rest of you niggas." That's what I
Yeah.
want him to have. You don't want a guy that's like, "Oh, maybe I'm good. I don't know." No, hell
Yeah.
no. I want you to have the confidence to know that, hey, I'm the guy, and I'm the one
Yeah.
that's gonna get it done.
And the thing is with that is we don't talk about it. It's not the cute thing to talk about, but there are weirdos out there who would draft a player and then hope they fail. Like, oh, see, told you. Like, there's weirdos out there who do stuff like that. You would like to think they're not in these organizations, but they are. You know what I mean? So, but again, to the point I was just trying to make, I think he will have a solid rookie campaign career. I just think we can't let that be how we see it be affected by what the media says. Oh, well, we thought he was gonna be the next. Like, let's let him go play and be him. Okay, like I get who his dad was, how he's played, how he carries himself, but. That's all I wanted to say with that. But I think Cam, like you said, has a potential to come out sling for 4,500 yards consistently on a year-to-year basis because he has that arm talent, right? And like again to your point, he could come out and have 30 picks in the season like Jameis did. Like I could see him doing that as well. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So we'll see how it goes. But Ethan, how you feel about the top two quarterbacks? Anything you want to add, to that conversation regarding Cam and Shador?
Um, I mean, he said a lot of it. I don't. I mean, besides those two teams, there's not a lot of quarterbacks unless you have them skip a year, and what they say, have the bridge person or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and then they play the following year. But I mean, I don't really see what's the draft order like the first five.
It
The
goes
first
Draft picks.
five
Tennessee,
is
Cleveland. Oh, so Tennessee, Cleveland,
Cleveland
the
Giants.
Giants, Patriots,
Right.
and number five would be the Jaguars.
Giants pick.
Yeah.
But
So
Cleveland
Jags,
doesn't
then the
have a
Jets.
quarterback, but I don't think you don't think that they would go with a rookie quarterback with Garrett signing that disgusting large contract he just did. Like assuming that they're trying to win here. So and we don't know what they're gonna do with Deshaun Watson and all that stuff like that. So I mean,
Deshaun Watson's
Andy,
not going to play
yeah,
another
I
game.
mean,
You
yeah,
heard
he
the
not.
GM come out and said that was a mistake. So I don't see in a world where Deshaun Watson plays another down in Cleveland. There, my thing is that damn, I lost my train of thought. What I was going to say. Uh,
I
About
think the whole thing
Cleveland and
switched with
Deshaun, or go ahead,
Shador
rookie.
because Russell Wilson went to,
oh
and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
saying that he can't be there, but
I don't think that they're gonna draft a rookie quarterback. I still think that Kirk Cousins is out there, right? Um, apparently, I'm hearing stuff about maybe San Francisco don't sign Purdy. So there's some options out there, right? And so I don't know that they go the rookie quarterback, especially that high. They may draft a guy down in the second round, Dort or what's the kid from Alabama? Uh, the quarterback
Milrow,
from Alabama,
my
Melrose.
goodness,
They
Milrow, yeah,
might
Jalen Milrow.
they might draft them on the second round, but not
hmm
with the second pick.
right, 100%. So. Uh, Again, so going with the top two of the names that are being thrown around the most as far as he goes, obviously Travis Hunter is going to be somewhere in the top five. Mel has him going two to Cleveland. CBS had him going three to the Giants. Um, I'm not gonna ask where do you guys think he'll go because I mean, again, he can go anywhere top five. I don't think he'll be outside the top five. But I will ask.
There's no way he gets out of the top
Oh
three.
yeah, yeah, no,
There's
no.
no
He's
way.
the best. Like they say, I think is not think. I know this is consensus. He is the best athlete in this draft, like hands down. Okay. So, Unc, I got Mel Kiper's mock draft up here. So I did say the CBS's top 10. I'll just give you Mel Kiper's top 10. And then we can move on to just some other news that we missed while we've been gone on our 2 hour or 2 month darkness hiatus retreat. Mel has Cam Ward going number one to Tennessee. Travis Hunter going number two to Cleveland. Abdul Carter
Abdul
out of Penn
Carter.
State, out of to the Giants. Oh, my screen just went blank. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Will Campbell, the OT, out of LSU, going number four to the Patriots, which would be a great help to their young quarterback.
Yeah,
Um,
they need that.
he has Mason Graham out of Michigan at D lineman. Excuse me, going to the Jaguars, which you guys, I think we all feel the same way about the Jaguars as an organization. So, whatever.
They have no idea what
Uh,
they're doing.
bro, this is so bad. Mel Kiper has Ashton Genty going six to the Raiders. Interesting. I haven't seen a mock draft with him going that
That's
high, to be honest
super
with you.
high. And
But it's Mel
number
Kiper.
six.
It's Mel Kiper.
What he played
It's
like
high.
4 years? Isn't he play? Didn't he play 4 years in college?
No. I think he played three. I don't think he
No,
played four.
That's a lot.
that's high. They do need to. I don't. Who is it running back?
I thought we would
Because
be
what's his
away
face
from
left?
that. I thought we would.
Jacobson.
Well, yeah, he been gone. I think he's two. Was his first? Was
1
this
year.
Josh
It was
Jacobs'
just
first
1
year
year
in
last
Green
year.
Bay? Okay, yeah, they
Yeah.
had Amir Abdullah, their main running back. But I think because of who we got, Bijan. I think because of what Bijan did, like there's going to be an uptick in like. Because remember, for a
Yeah, but
while,
that's
running
super
backs
high
weren't
though
going that high.
because
No,
yeah,
yeah,
but
no,
that's
I'm
super
not
high
saying they're going
because
to take him. I'm not saying they're going
you
to take
can
him.
get a really good we can get a really good one in the second round, third round.
Oh, 100%, 100%. That's what
So
I'm saying. Like this is
I mean,
absurd to get him at
they're
six.
saying he's generational, but I hate throwing around that generational because that's the same thing they
Yeah,
said about what's the dude in the Jaguars? He's generational. Like,
Travis
come on, man.
Etienne. Yeah, he.
Trevor Lawrence.
The Trevor Lawrence.
What are
Oh,
you
So
who
I
talking
you
about?
don't
talking about?
like
Running
Travis
that
backs?
word.
Etienne? What?
Yeah, I don't
No, I
like
thought you were
that
talking about running
word.
backs.
Yeah, I don't like that word generational because nobody knows, right? Until they line
Yeah,
up,
He got that. He got
nobody
that
knows.
generational wealth.
this is the
I
best
don't know about
prospect
anything else
since
than that.
Peyton Manning. Okay. They have the Jets at seven, getting an offensive tackle out of Missouri. They have the Panthers getting Jalen Walker out of Georgia, the linebacker, made some plays in the playoff game. The tech actually all three Texas games he was making plays. They
Yeah,
have the
he was.
Saints. Oh
He
wow,
was
Mel
wrecking
Kiper has
havoc.
the Saints drafting Shador at nine.
Okay,
So that's what
I
Mel
can see
has
that.
him.
I can see
And
that.
hey, I hope not. I
But
don't
you
want him
I
you
to
can
get
see
there.
Kansas, so
that.
nobody
We
cares.
know
I
why
don't
Kiper
know. I
hopes
don't
that though,
know. I don't.
because
I
the
don't.
Rattler, constant
I don't know.
mention
I
the
don't know
Rattler.
why I don't know why the Raiders would pass on him. I
Nah.
know they just
Oh, you
signed
just heard what this man
Gino.
said?
No, I
Talking
didn't.
about the Rattler.
Yeah, the Rattlers out of there. So I don't know. I don't know what the Raiders are thinking with passing on Shador because yeah, you have Gino. You just signed Gino, but Gino only signed a 2-year deal. Why wouldn't you get Shador and just sit him that
Yeah.
first year? You have a first year starter, even maybe a second year starter,
And
and
you have
then
Pete Carroll coming in there. So
yeah,
and you
and
have Tom
and
Brady
then
in the Tom
and
Brady's
then
there.
and then you would have Tom Brady tutelage for 2 years before he kind of takes over. I don't know, but that's weird to me. But I definitely see the Saints. Saints definitely need a
Weirdo.
quarterback. So we'll see.
All right. And then just recapping some stuff. Obviously, we're going to touch on a few things that we touched on with our last video, but Sam Darnold to the Seahawks, linking up with, well, I guess in this sense, Cooper Cup linking up with Sam Darnold in Seattle. So we'll see what that connection looks like. Not world beaters, but hey, it's interesting. Sam Darnold having a career year. Can he build off of that? Can he have a Geno Smith second push in his career? Obviously, Justin Fields goes to the Jets on that 2-year deal. Daniel Jones signs with the Colts. We didn't talk about that because no one cares about Daniel Jones, but I don't. Some people are saying competition with Anthony Richardson. I mean, he's going into his third season. We will see what he does. Although, again, I know Unky made the point he's only seen about a rookie's worth of games, but let's see if he can make a stride. If you can't beat out Daniel Jones in camp, then we have a problem. But I don't think that will be a problem considering Daniel Jones is garbage. So, um, Russ signs with the Giants. We talked about
I still
that.
don't see. I still don't think he's garbage. But okay,
Who? Daniel Jones?
yeah, I don't think he's. I think he's garbage.
All
Listen, I said
right.
this.
Well, then,
Listen, I said the same thing. I said the same thing about Sam
Baker
Darnold when he
Mayfield.
was with the
oh,
Jets. When everybody was like, "Oh, Sam Darnold was trash," I said, who we got around him?" Right?
well,
Like, listen, man,
I
these
think Daniel
guys.
Jones had more pieces. Daniel Jones had more pieces than
Who?
Who did
Sam
Daniel?
Darnold.
Who
Who did Daniel Jones have outside of Saquon
in New
Barkley?
York? Who?
Bro,
Who's he throwing the ball?
that first
Who
year
is
they
he
went to the
throwing?
playoffs. He went to the playoffs. Daniel Jones went to the
He
playoffs
went to the
with that
playoffs
team.
because he was running the ball. He had like
Getting
12
his
or
head knocked
14
loose.
running
Like I don't
yeah,
know, I
like
don't know that team, but like I'm just saying Dan Jones has had more in his career than Sam Darnold. Like I never felt that Sam Darnold was like because the Jets organization as a whole. That's a whole nother story. But we'll see if he can
all I'm saying
compete.
is I don't think he's
With,
like, oh my God, world beater. But I'm just saying I don't think he trash either. A
oh,
lot of that
okay.
was circumstance.
Yeah, I think he trash. But hey, Jameis Winston also signs with the Giants, so we'll see if Jameis Winston can beat out Russell Wilson for the starting quarterback job. I'm just
That's
playing.
gonna be
I'm just
that's
playing.
gonna be a show, man.
Oh, 100%.
They just had unfortunately for us, they just had hard knocks with the Jets, but I wish that I would love to to see hard knocks on the Jets with
Giants. But
between
yes.
Russell
The
and
Giants.
or the Giants. I mean, with Russell and Jameis.
Yeah.
That would
You
be
see,
funny.
Prime said, "Hey man, if the Giants draft you, you better walk in there with your Bible open, cause we getting to it." Between Russ and Jameis, you know, Jameis gonna give his speech. You know, Russ gonna say do his thing too. And then going down, I don't know if anyone realized this. I didn't even realize this, but Lane Johnson signed with the Jaguars. Did y'all know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Who?
So I mean, hey, Lane
That's a
Johnson,
good
bro,
pickup.
left tackle Eagles.
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
He
yes.
signed
He's one of
with
the best
the
offensive linemen in the game.
So hey, we'll see what that does for Trevor Lawrence. Help him not get his head bursting from the
Absolutely
back.
nothing.
So, but at least he won't get his head bursting from the back. We know that because Lane is a
He getting his head bursting from the front, not the back.
well, he gonna get it bursting regardless. But at least he know it's not gonna get bursting from the back. At
He
least he gonna
see the
see it
burst.
coming. Yeah, he gonna.
Yeah, he see the bursting coming. He still take it. That boy is just
Oh my
trash, boy.
goodness. But yes, he signed with the Jaguars. Chris Godwin re-signed. We know that. Again, Aaron Rodgers still floating out there. I don't know what this tiddlywinking him and the Pittsburgh
Well,
Steelers are
he was
doing,
throwing with,
playing
yeah, yeah.
footsies under the table. I don't know. Just sign and get it over with. He's such a I hate him. All right. Amari Cooper is still a free agent. J.K. Dobbins after I wouldn't I don't know if it was a career year, but again a resurgent year where he was healthy for most of the year is also still a free agent. Von Miller's out there. I think Von Miller may have played his
Yeah,
last
he might be
snap, but
done.
we'll see. And then Asante Samuel Jr., which he had a decent season. I'm surprised he's still out there considering the corner market with decent corners out there. Um, and then some other news. So the Vikings will be moving forward with JJ McCarthy as their starting quarterback. I don't. I guess
So they
no
say.
one.
The fall from grace.
You don't think that they're gonna start
I
him?
think they no, I think they like him, but is he healthy? That's the question.
I mean,
Is he going to be ready? Is he going to be ready for the start of the season? Right. That's the
I
thing.
think
Right. Those
true.
ACL, some guys get back quick. Some guys
Well,
take a
no,
little bit
his
longer.
was a it wasn't his was an ACL, it was a meniscus, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he
No, I'm pretty
I
sure
don't.
it's
didn't he tear
ACL.
his meniscus?
I thought it was
And on
AC.
top of that,
I thought it was ACL. I
he
could be
hasn't
wrong.
had any live game reps for real.
No, yeah. I
So
None.
mean, obviously he's coming into it like
He
no,
was yeah.
100%.
He
Yeah.
was just coming into camp. Like he
and he
didn't play a
blew
game.
that thing. So I mean, I don't know what you saying. He
We'll
should be
see.
fine. We'll see.
Yeah, okay, Caleb.
I didn't do
Didn't know Case Keenum's in the league,
it.
but Case Keenum signed with the Bears
Caleb,
for
you
to be Caleb
weirdo.
Williams' backup.
You're the one who's talking
Josh
about blowing
Reynolds.
things. I'm not the weirdo.
Okay, you didn't have to.
Other big news. Other big news. DK Metcalf traded and signed extension with the Steelers. How do you guys feel about crash dummy A and B now as the Steelers receiving core? How do you guys feel
No,
about
no,
that moving
that's
forward?
I don't know, man. That's
I
tough.
thought we, I thought
Go
we
ahead.
They're
discussed this trade.
both super talented. But I don't
Because
know
Kyle's,
if I
yeah,
don't know
I
how
thought
dum
we
dums
discussed
are
it.
going to
Because Kyle
work
was like, "How are you going to
together.
keep in check
And
both retarded
on,
people?"
on on top of that, they don't have a quarterback. Now, I think that if they can get Aaron Rodgers, that's a big deal. But
A
if
big
they
deal
have,
negatively.
if nah, if they
Josh is
have
hating.
Stop,
Mason Rudolph
stop,
as their quarterback, that's going to be a
Y'all
huge
just saw
thing.
what happened this season. I mean,
Kyle.
you
Bro,
Come
want to
he's
into the
coming
put
off
coaching in
Achilles.
good decent.
you want to
Everybody
put
forgets.
you want to
Everybody
put
forgets that
dynamite. You want
he's
to
a
put
41
dynamite
year
all
old
in the
dude
room. You
coming
want to
off
put
of Achilles.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Okay, all right, all
How did
right.
Cousins look coming off the Achilles on your Atlanta Falcons?
See, you talking on the field.
Oh,
I
oh,
mentioned
you
all
forget
off
about that.
season. No, I ain't forget about that. But I
Come
mentioned
on, man.
all off season what he do for you in that locker room, or the lack of what he do, and what he
Oh my
do.
God.
Rumors, this and that, and now we got the two crash dummies combined with that dynamite stick. Good luck, Mike Tomlin. I wouldn't wish to be your big dummy, but
Why are
go ahead
you
and sign him.
talking about
Whatever.
sticks, Kyle?
I don't
Dynamite
know
sticks.
who's
What do you? What? I said he's a match. He gonna set it
Please
off
move
with them
on.
two crash dummies.
Oh,
Please move on.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, Caleb. What are you talking about? But okay. Uh,
two
Stephon
dynamite
Diggs
sticks.
signing with the Patriots, and I think I, off the top of my head, I think he got 60 million guaranteed.
I thought it was
Or no,
77.
that don't
it
even
was
Could be
sound
wrong.
right.
75 and maybe 50 something guaranteed. But it
Yeah,
was a bigger contract than I imagined him coming off the injury he's coming off of. I was like, oh wow, like because I don't know who was begging to get signed Stephon Diggs. So it was surprising to me the number.
They
Um,
probably
I,
Houston probably wanted him back, and so they're how the bidding war thing
Yeah, of
goes.
course. Yeah. And I know the Patriots have plenty of money to spend considering they have a bunch of
Lots.
young players and low contracts. So fair enough. But that's going to give you, we'll see what he looks like post injury. But it's going to give him reliable hands regardless, for your young quarterback, which you need. Patriots are well on their way for that rebuild. Love to see them. Well, not for your sake, Unc, because
No, I want to see
what's
him do
going
nothing.
no, I know. I'm just saying I don't know what Miami, what limbo they're in, but I'm saying the Patriots could in 2 seasons be. You know what I'm saying? So like Miami got to get whatever they got going together.
Hey
Quarterback.
man,
There
I
we
ain't
go.
worried about no Patriots, bro.
yeah. What are we talking
Okay.
about?
Okay. Evan Ingram signed with the Broncos gives old man Nix another receiver threat. You know, wide receiver threat. Evan Ingram can't stay healthy, but nonetheless, when he is on the field, he can contribute. So I like that signing as well. And then nothing really more notable of said. Darius Slay signed with the Steelers. Didn't know that. I missed that one too. Obviously, the
How was that?
former
They dropped that
Eagles.
quietly. Like they didn't blow any of that up. They just like, oh, he signed, and it was like, oh, let's move
Yeah.
on to the next thing.
Um,
That's
it's
crazy
a
getting
good
that back into
pickup.
that defense.
It's a veteran defense.
That's a huge signing for them. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a veteran, savvy player back there for the Steelers. So that just rounds out some of the stuff that we may have missed over the course of when we were gone. But you guys have anything to add as far as NFL news before we wrap this up? Just touching on a lot of the major things. Obviously, the draft being the biggest thing. So, oh, excuse me, so far. But you have anything else I want to talk about NFL wise before we wrap it up?
No, I'm good, man. I don't know what
Oh,
the hell my Dolphins is doing, but we'll see with the draft what happens.
I was gonna say, is there
Uh,
somewhere you would like them to go in the draft?
I would like us to get a quarterback, okay? Because we don't have one at the moment. We have a half a
What
quarterback at the
happened?
You
What
moment.
have
happened to
you have
Tua?
a half a quarterback, 188 million. So next,
they're stuck with
Hey,
that.
listen.
Led the league
Hey, listen.
in
You seen
passing
what
yards,
Denver?
didn't he?
You seen what Denver did last year when they cut Baby Russell Wilson? Hmm?
oh
Hey, I'm
no,
gonna
well
eat
y'all
this
owe
80
Tua
million.
more. Well, mother said
I don't care.
80.
No,
Y'all gonna
no,
need.
we don't.
Hold on, let me see.
No,
I'm pull
no.
it right now
We
for
talking
you.
about we talking about guaranteed money, son. We're not talking about the whole contract. We're talking about guaranteed money. Okay, listen. Hey, and like I said, I don't mean I'm not saying like we should cut him and move off
No,
of him.
yeah.
I'm saying is get a guy in there, a young guy in there to learn the offense. So when
Well,
and
who's your
if
backup? Skylar Thompson? Is that his
no,
name?
we got rid of Skylar Thompson and we signed
So the dead cap
the
No,
right
dude from
now
the
this
I was
season,
just
if
trying
y'all
to
move
trigger
him
you from the
anyway, dead
Seahawks thing.
cap is 140 million.
yeah. So
Yeah,
he's gonna
what?
have to
Yeah,
play,
what?
unfortunately. But
For
that
God's
doesn't stop
sake.
us from
Oh my
drafting a young
goodness.
guy. He's
Oh,
going to get injured.
oh well, you mean in like
And
the later
so
rounds? Yeah, yeah.
when he gets injured, you can go ahead and have a guy that's been in the system, that has learned the offense, hopefully, and we can look forward to, in the next year and a half or so, when we can get off of this monstrosity of a contract.
I mean, let's not act like I got two more monstrosities down there. You got Tyreek Hill who be tweeting some foolishness, and then you got Jalen
Yeah,
Ramsey
he
in that
can
contract.
he can be gone too. I'm done with Tyreek Hill. He can kick rocks also.
Did you burn that jersey yet, or what?
Listen, it's on the top of the fire. It ain't burned yet, but it's on the top of the fire.
Fire started at the base.
I'm a firm believer. Listen, I don't want nobody that don't want me. You understand me?
There
So
you
if
go.
you don't want to be here, you can kick rocks. Whoever don't want to be here, just like Jimmy Butler, okay, you
I
take
was about to say
your
it's
weave,
crazy
Tough,
how
take
tough,
your
tough,
blonde weave having ass and get on, kick
tough
rocks.
couple
We
months in
don't want you
Miami,
nowhere
man.
around here. You
What's in the weather
understand
down there,
me?
cuz?
Tyreek, if you don't want to be in this beautiful weather, you have about 78,000 kids. You love the women down here. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you understand? If you don't
This
want to
dude
be here,
giving
man, you
birth.
can kick rocks,
This
baby.
dude got somebody giving birth every 3 months, bro. It's crazy, bro. Like, how do you do
It's
that?
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Probably 3 years after he get done, he won't have no money. All them damn kids he got.
He not
It's
lying.
unfortunate, but
That
Hey,
that
unless he
listen,
do
it's unfortunate,
unless
but
he
at the end of the day,
unless he
listen,
do that Anthony Edwards
let me
thing,
tell
pay
you
that child
something. That
support up
child
front.
support, hey, listen, that child
it'll
support,
burst you in
you
your
can make
head.
that child support payment is easy when you got down, when the money coming in. But when that money ain't coming in and you got to spend 100,000 a month for child support,
and,
that shit hit different. You
and don't
understand?
Hey,
let
what
Hey,
he
don't
if
said?
I
let
was him, hey, listen, if I was him, I'd go ahead and do what Anthony Edwards suggested. Listen,
Hey,
Pay
I'm
hey,
the
about to
whole
pay for
lump
hey,
this
sum.
18
hey,
year. Hey,
B,
I'm about to
take
pay for this
this.
18 years up front. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
take this.
Hey,
Don't call me no more,
hey, here go 1.6. Don't ever call me no more. Cause I don't got nothing else for you.
That's
Why
crazy.
you still got the money coming in? You understand what I'm saying?
And
man.
don't let it be that
But
child support either.
I don't think that he gonna go that route. Listen, Tyreek, listen, I didn't seen enough of this guy. He's a crybaby. You understand what I'm saying? All he want to do is all he care about is money. He don't care about his guys. He don't care about his
Bro, he got
team. He don't
45.
care about none of that.
He got 4,500 kids, bro. All he got to care about is money, bro. What you
That's
mean?
not my problem. PTA.
Well, it's your problem now,
Just because you can't keep your PP in your pants, that don't got nothing to do with me. Pleb.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
His untrained PP is your problem. All right, with
Why are
that,
we talking about
we gonna
another
cut it
man's
off.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
PP?
gonna
yeah,
cut it
like
Well,
off.
we're
why?
gonna go ahead
Yeah,
and
Bro,
why?
put
end the
emphasis on that. He
episode.
said, "Your
On that note,
yeah, that's your problem."
we're we're gonna end the episode.
Okay. What?
Hey man, shout out to all our fans, all the people who supported us.
Yeah,
Listen,
we're back
hey, we're
consistently.
back.
We got the
Yeah.
playoff run we
I know
got to
we
be.
keep saying we back, but for real, we back for
No,
real.
we back for the second time,
Okay,
for real, for real.
for the second
Third
time.
time, for real, for
Okay,
real,
I
for
we
real.
believe it
gonna.
when I see it.
Hey, listen, we're gonna get Ethan a special doctor to get that neck right. Okay, and we're gonna
Ear,
be
nose, and
okay.
throat.
Oh, hey, Ethan, what's the ENT again? Oh wait, that is the ear, nose, and throat. Hold on, I can't
The
even
throat
understand
doctor. All right. That's it.
That was sick.
Anything? Yeah. Peace.
Hey, we gone.